Alright guys, good to see everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the show, welcome to the stream. I hope everybody's having a great week already, with Monday already being over. And right now is the time for Monday Night Raw. We know it's a pretty big show because Brock Lesnar is coming back. And more importantly than that, Elias comes back tonight. So it's a pretty big show. It's good to see everybody. That's right, lateness is greatness. Thank you for that, Jonathan. Thank you for that. Yeah, that's right. Lateness is greatness. But as I can see right now, the show, oh well, it's on commercial for me right now. It's good to see everybody. Ricky, lovely to see you. Welcome. Right. It's good to see you, Andy. Everybody, lovely to see all of you. Hope you're all doing well. Had a fantastic Monday. And I hope you're enjoying Monday Night Raw. Did Brock Lesnar come out already? So that's what happens when you go to sleep at 3 in the morning and wake up at 5 in the morning. You get late. But good to see everybody once again. Okay. And Andrew Nautic, lovely to see you. Good to see you. And on commercial right now, guys, just waiting for this thing to be over. But we're on commercial at the moment. That's right. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you. Yeah, sorted that out. No more music anymore. Thank you. Is the volume messed? I'm sorry about that. Let me take a look at myself. Should be okay, but let's see. Should okay, but let's see. Oh dear. Alright, let's see. Are you guys able to hear me better now, or is it still messed up? Wow, not the best day, not the best way to start of the show, certainly. Sorry about the volume disruptions, guys. That's right. Welcome once again. Good to see all of you. That's right. Ricky says so. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Alright, so Brock Lesnar just came in and he destroyed Bobby Lashley, of course. So that happened. Yep. I see. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I'm very sorry about that. Dear. That's right. Let's take a look. What's going on? Interesting. Alright, so what we're going to do is that I'm going to just mute this for just a second, and I will be right back. Lawrence, it's good to see you. Welcome. Good to see you, brother. I'll be right back. I'll just pause this for a second, check the microphone, see what's wrong, and I'll be right back. It's good to see everybody once again, but I'll be right back. Thank you. Alright, so we're back. We're back on here. Hopefully everybody's doing well. And the official, the original, the only one that matters apparently, AJ Styles comes out here with the club, with the crew. They're here Hopefully my volume is a lot better now. Thank you once again for helping me out, guys. Thank you, thank you. And that's right, Road Dogg is indeed running the show tonight. Triple H, unfortunately, is not doing very well at the moment, so, he's at home recovering. Hopefully he's going to be better soon, but it's good to see everybody. Thank you so much for letting me know about the microphone. We fixed it, we resolved it, hopefully. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Andrew. I'll have to look into it, see what's wrong, but thank you guys so much. Alright, and I can see we've got our brother Lawrence here. Lawrence, good to see you. Welcome. I know Lawrence was also dealing through a little tough time. Brother Lawrence, hopefully you're doing well. Lovely to see you once again. And we got James in the house. We got Andy. We got Ricky. We got Natik. We got Jonathan, my brother. Everybody. Cringe Bro. I can see everybody was here. King Tones, of course, was here. My brother Bojets. We got Chua. We got True in the house. Of course, the predictions champion is here. And James, good to see you. He says, agent for the people that would like to support you and subscribe. Yes, that's right. Add a join your YouTube or something like YouTuber does. That's something that, was suggested to me early on as well a few days ago. Actually, sure, we can do that. Something like a membership perk right here on YouTube. Something like, if you're a member, you get access to the chat, to the interviews, and access to other exclusive stuff, as well as some other, fun stuff, right here on the channel. We could do that, James. That's a great idea. Thank you for suggesting that, but definitely I can look into it. Thank you so much for the great advice. Thanks. And once again, great to see you. And it's that time of the week again. That time where I cringe, and at that time when I want to look away. And because Chad Gable is on his way out. This guy, for some reason, is always smiling, always happy, always oh my gosh, come on, give me a break. Did not have to kiss Otis like that. Did not have to do that, but he still did it, so that's ridiculous. I can see Andy, I can see Grandmaster, by God, Grandmaster is here, is in the house. That's right, Grandmaster, lovely to see you, welcome. I just need Brock versus Bobby at Crown Jewel, I need it. That's right, Kenneth, good to see you. But I know, we don't want to see Brock versus Logan Paul, Roman versus Logan Paul. We want to see Brock versus Bobby, so Crown Jewel, that is going to be great. That is going to be badass. 100%. Ricky, thank you. Thank you, Ricky. Thanks for that, brother. That's right. And Andy, welcome. Let's see. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. Good to see everyone. It's time to... I see it not take. No, I'm not going to go sush. You know it. I am not going to go sush anytime soon. Anyways, while I'm not going to go sush, you know what we can do right now is we can have some fun. So, let's... Second, let's see it right here. That's right. Why do we all think Brock is back? Lashley the target. Surely he has Roman on his mind. Yep. For sure. The Brock is not gonna... He's gonna stay hungry unless he's got the championship around his waist. He needs a belt to hold his shorts. He needs that. So that belt is Roman's right now. He needs it. Yeah, pretty sure he's going to be going after that, brother. You're right. It's going to happen. It will happen. Right. See? Okay, with that being said, we are here. We've got the avatars in the house. Everybody here. That's how I like it better, right? We can see everybody walking around, having a good time. I can see Grandmaster. I can see Jeff. I can see Jonathan. Looking good, all of you. Looking good. And Kenneth right there. Looking very sus. That's for sure. And now we are here with Otis. I'm still not used to seeing Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows in a WWE ring. Until a few weeks ago, we were literally watching them wrestling in front of, 200, 300 people at Impact Wrestling. And now all of a sudden they are right here wrestling in front of the world right here on WWE RAW. So I'm not used to seeing them right here on this channel. On this, show. So good to see them anyways. That's right. I know, James. Favorite part of Raw. Not for me. Otis went from Mandy. That's right. That's what I'm talking about, Grandmaster. Otis. Sucks for him. He went from being Mr. Money in the Bank to whatever he's doing now. Oh my gosh. Big boot to the face right there. Otis goes down hard. I know we keep calling this guy James Ellsworth chinless. Does Otis have a chin or did he eat it? I barely see it. Anyways, Jonathan says, why do we all think Brock is back? Lashley's a target. Again, great question. I've got to say from Jonathan, Roman is probably still the target of Brock Lesnar, for sure. That's right. And Andy says there was a well check for Charlie Haas. Did you know that? What's going on, Andy, with Charlie Haas? I'm not sure of the situation right now. Anybody has any insight? Andy, is there something going on? Let us know. Did you all notice Sheldon Benjamin was trying to hold Bobby back? That is interesting. Wow, that's quite interesting. Also, Shelton Benjamin and R-Truth, if I'm not wrong, they're a tag team right now. That is what the internal roster lists them as a tag team. I feel like him with the walkie-talkie Nati would be a better idea, because him in a backstage role as a producer would be way better than him just jobbing out to random tag teams on Raw or SmackDown. So I feel like him in a backstage position would be great right now. I do think so. That's right. R.I.P. Humberto Garza. That's right, Charlie. That's right. Chris, you're right. Well, I'm actually excited for Logan versus Roman. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Kenneth. No, we were excited about Logan versus Roman too. It's going to be a marquee match, for sure. And Lawrence, once again, good to see you. And let's see Andy. Love that. And True says, what exactly happened between Lashley and Lesnar? So it seems like they started off the show here with a pretty badass brawl. That was the first 5 minutes of the show right here. They started off with a full-out brawl before we got to this tag team match right here. So quite heated, for sure. All right, let's see what else do we have here. So we've got this match going on right now. Yep. All right, sweet. Okay. Love that. I see. Thank you for that, Andy. And Dax Harwood wants Willie Mack and AD. Willie Mack is so interesting. He's a great guy. By the way, I must tell you guys, Willie Mack is funny. Because when we were doing the Triple Mania watch-along, by the way, what a fantastic night that was. Triple Mania. Anybody who missed out on that show missed out big time, because that was a show, my friends. That was an incredible show. We had a great time. We hit the absolute maximum number of viewers or chatters you've ever hit on this channel. 2,000 people watching it live at the same time. It was incredible. But we had a great time, watching the show was fantastic. But Willie Mack is so interesting because, he was supposed to wrestle that match. But before he would actually go out there and wrestle, all of a sudden, he starts to dance in the ring. And there's music playing for Willie Mack out of nowhere. He's dancing, he's moving, he's grooving, just showing off his moves before he actually showed off his moves in the ring. Yeah, that happened. And, his music hits. And I am caught off guard because usually for entrances I just mute because, and YouTube is quite interesting with the music. It just copyrights you, even if it's like a few seconds worth of music. And for Willie Mack to just dance out there for a few seconds, that copyright, that hit me with the copyright for no reason whatsoever. So Willie Mack, even though he's a great wrestler, everything, I really don't like him right now because of him and his sudden dance move got copyrighted. So that happened. Thank you, Willie Mack. 10 seconds worth of that, but that happened. All right. Kenneth says it's going to be Crown Jewel soon. It's on Saudi Arabia. You know what that means. That's right. No, don't tell me that. No Goldberg. I'm not taking Goldberg this time. I'm tired of Goldberg. Hopefully no Goldberg this time around, brother. And James says prayers for Mandrill's family. Absolutely. Yeah, they've been going through a tough time, especially Mandy losing her brother to suicide. That too, absolutely terrible. So prayers go out to her family. It's a very tough time right now. And we've got Film Nation in the house. Film Nation, my brother. Good to see you. Welcome. It's been a long while. Welcome to see you. Good to see you. And Triple Mania was one of the best shows. Absolutely, Ricky. You're right. It was indeed one of the best shows. Without a doubt. You're right, Andy. You're right, Ricky. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And as we see it right here, it is Luke Gallows looking to put this to an end. And I know, people love calling him Dog Gallows, but I just never got over the name of Luke Gallows. That's what I call him every single, time I see him. Luke Gallows does it for me. Dog Gallows still not on the tip of my tongue whenever I see him, that's for sure. And once again, Film Nation, lovely to see you. And Naughty says, wait a minute, something is wrong here, AJ. You see, I know. I know, Andrew, I know. I'm wearing black today. And I'm wearing a black turban, and you know, it's for a reason. It's for a reason I'm wearing black today, yeah. That's right. And there you go, Otis with the big clothesline right there to Luke Gallows, knocking him out the park. There you go, both of them go ringside. Chad Gable taking out Carl Anderson, going for the cover, and Carl kicks out. That almost felt like a 4 count to me. Alright. Otis once again goes like a wrecking ball to the steel steps. I think all of us know that OC, they're not losing in their debut match on Raw. I mean, our returning match on Raw. They're not losing at all. They're picking up the victory. Oh, wow. Ankle lock submission all locked in right here by Chad Gable. Kick to the corner. Carl Anderson gets him up. Beautiful spine buster from Anderson. And tag's been made to Luke Gallows. Crazy. Beautiful stuff. Jacob, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. And that's right, Day 1 is cancelled. Guys, let's talk about it. The Day 1 pay-per-view, the pay-per-view that made its debut this year itself. Next year, it's not happening. And the funniest part about it is that it was just a few days ago, actually a couple of days before the whole canceling stuff emerged. It was the dirt sheets talking about how Cody Rhodes was supposed to make his return to Day 1 at the Day 1 pay-per-view. That was what the dirt sheets were saying. Oh, Cody Rhodes is returning, and he's returning at the Day 1 pay-per-view most likely. And then 2 days later, they said Day 1 has been cancelled. So very sudden, very unpredictable. Nobody saw it coming, not even the dirt sheets. And yeah, it's gone. But I must say, I'm not mad because, you know, I feel like watching a pay-per-view, the first night of the year, not everybody's cup of tea. So maybe not a bad idea to cancel it. And here we are with the Judgment Day coming out. Of course, Finn Balor wanted AJ Styles. Now AJ Styles has got his own club, his own family. And Finn is not happy, guys. He's not happy.
Too sweet, too sweet, too sweet, too sweet. Same old crap. Nobody's ever seen that before, have they, Damien?
No, nobody's ever seen that. These boys are crazy. And it's funny, the three of you think you actually accomplished something great last week. The only thing you... We stopped giving a damn about you guys. Stopped giving a damn about you guys a long time ago.
Alright, let's see what else do we have here. I don't trust this Crown Jewel. Sure, the last year was good, but can they really do that twice? Let's see, Kenneth. Last year was sweet. Last year actually did a good job with Crown Jewel. You know, the pay-per-view before that one in Saudi Arabia was terrible, but last year they did try, and that was good. Absolutely, brother. You're right. That's right. I know Film Nation once again here talking about Bailey. I love that. Okay, sweet. And BC is back indeed, brother. You're right. You're right. Not sad, but what I want. New Year's Revolution. New Year's Revolution, give me Armageddon, give me all those pay-per-views from the back in the day back, and I'll be very happy. Yeah.
First of all, we accept.
Wow.
Second, I can understand why everyone does this. This is Monday Night Raw. You're standing right there. We're in the ring. Let's do this right here.
All right.
Right now.
As you see, AJ Styles is challenging them to fight right here, right now. I don't think it's going to be a challenge that will be accepted, but let's see it.
Mother for permission.
How dare you say you shut your mouth, AJ!
Wow, are you kidding? Wait a second, are you telling me that Dominic Mysterio is speaking up? Dominic Mysterio is right here talking? Now, I'm surprised. When did that start to happen?
Can't hang with the Judgment Day!
That's right.
Listen to this guy. Man, you're cool. You're bad, right? As long as you're standing next to Judgment Day. You know what you are? You're a piece of trash is what you are.
He's right. He's right. Somebody had to say it. He is a piece of trash. I think we all agree with that. He is definitely a piece of trash. You're right, Jonathan. This is very kiddish.
How about we do something a little different tonight?
Okay.
You want to talk the talk, but can you walk the walk? Why don't you and I step in this ring
Wow.
and handle business?
Holy crap. So AJ Styles has just challenged Dominic Mysterio to a one-on-one match tonight.
Dominic is gonna rip you limb from limb.
Of course, Rhea Ripley had to say it.
Are you a man?
Rhea Ripley had to step in for her.
Yeah, I'm gonna wipe the floor with you, and I'm gonna rip you limb from limb.
And saying exactly what was told by his mistress. Rhea Ripley tells him that you're gonna rip him limb for limb. Let's see.
Ready right now. I don't even have my gear on. I'm not ready.
Of course, Dominic.
I'm not taped up.
Alright. Yeah.
When I am ready, you better believe I'm gonna mop the floor with you in about an hour or so.
Alright, so Dominic says he's gonna be ready in about an hour or so I guess we gotta wait until then. And I see James says, AJ, you need to check out WWE YouTube video and watch the video of Scarlett and two others singing. I did check it out. Have you guys checked out the video, the sensational video of Scarlett Bordeaux? A music video featuring herself, featuring an Australian wrestler as well, who's actually gaining quite the popularity ever since being featured on the video, and of course Shotzi Blackheart. That video has been trending for the past few days. Have you guys checked it out? Let me know. How did you like it? I can see James definitely liked it. Okay, the phenomenal AJ Styles will teach him wrestling lesson. He needs it. You know, the poor guy skipped NXT. So he needs that tutoring, he needs that lesson, so hopefully AJ Styles will teach him something. Anyways, just announced, Seth freaking Rollins is up next. The United States Champion, Seth freaking Rollins, is going to be up next, so let's see how this goes. Of course, Seth Rollins is going to be here tonight. He's scheduled for a pretty big match. As we know it, he's going to be fighting and defending the title against Matt Riddle. That is scheduled to be happening tonight, as we've just seen it. He is going to be up next. I don't know if he's going to be here to cut a promo, which I feel like is going to be a promo, but we're going to find out in just a bit. That's right. And Film Nation says, okay, thank you, Phil. Awesome. Julia says, give me Cyber T. Oh my gosh. All right, you know what? You've just hit me in the spot, brother. I love that. Right in the feels. I want Cyber Tuesday, Cyber Sunday, Cyber Monday, any Cyber. Give me a Cyber back. You know, the Cyber Tuesday pay-per-view. That was a great concept. I feel like they were ahead of their time with that concept, you know. Twitter was not popular. Internet wasn't that out there, you know, wasn't that cool back then. Social media wasn't cool back then, so they really did a very good job with that Cyber pay-per-view. I love the concept. Really ahead of its time. They need to bring something like that back. It's about time that they really do. Would be great. Would love it if AJ smacks Dom's ass. I know, right? Should happen. Must happen. Absolutely. Love that, Film Nation. Film Nation says Finn should definitely become world champion, and Dominic and Priest. You know, I feel like under Triple H's watch, it might happen because Triple H believes in Finn. We know it. We've seen that before, and I feel like we're going to be seeing it again. I can only imagine Triple H right now. You know, they're saying that he's not running the business tonight. He's running the show tonight. I'm pretty sure he's watching this show right now from his home or the comfort of his home, and he's on the phone right now with Road Dogg or something. Yeah, he's not going to be leaving his baby alone tonight. That is for sure. Gary, good to see you, brother. Gary says, what's Ripley gonna do? Kiss Dominic? Oh, I know, right? Now, I don't know if they have a relationship like that. It's more like a mother and son relationship where she's just overprotective of him. So, yeah, I don't think we're gonna go there, but whatever it is, it's already quite awful. That's for sure. And tonight is Cora Jade. That's right. Cora Jade will be in action tonight. Roxanne Perez already picked Raquel Rodriguez for Cora Jade. So Cora will be fighting Raquel Rodriguez tonight on Raw. This is going to be her debut. We have heard that Roxanne might be staying on SmackDown moving forward. Let's see what is next for Cora. Is she going to be a Raw superstar for good? Is she going to go back to NXT? We're going to find out all about it, you know, once we're done with her debut tonight. So let's see. Let's see if she's able to impress the people. I hope AJ smacks Dominic into Smack next year. Absolutely, Jonathan. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Just smack Dominic out of the WWE, send him to Impact Wrestling, send him to NXT, send him wherever, but yeah, smack him out of here. That's right, smack that. all on the floor, smack that, give me some more, smack that, do you get so, smack that, oh, I don't know if you guys, that was probably the verse version of the song, smack that, but I don't know if you guys, even remember this one, but what a song that was, Smack That by Akon. If I'm very old to know that song and you guys are not, you guys must definitely check out Smack That by Akon. What a great song that was. Music back then cannot beat music, incredible, incredible. That music was just a whole nother vibe. That's right. That's right. Love it. I'm not singing anything nautic. I'm not. No. Especially not 5 in the morning. I'll tell you that right now. No. And Cyber Sundays where fans can vote. That's right. And I understand, even back then, we knew that, okay, lots of the votes were rigged. We knew that WWE just rigged them, right? But at least that feeling of power, it feels great. As somebody very famously said in a very great film, with great power comes great responsibility. And WWE gives the fan the power with the Cyber pay-per-views. And we felt the responsibility. Hopefully they bring that back soon. That's right. That's right, Jacob. Still our interim trivia champion, Jacob. Once again, congratulations. And you will be defending the title against the trivia champion, True, shortly. That's right. I love that, my brother, Film Nation. We're happy to have you here. And Cora Jade is facing Raquel Rodriguez tomorrow night on... Wait a second, is it happening tomorrow? Oh, wow. I thought it was happening... You sure, Chris, it's happening tomorrow? Because she was going to make her debut tonight against Raquel. Or maybe somebody else. Let's see. Thank you for that, Chris. The adorable Cora Jade is tonight. That's right, Jonathan. Andy, so maybe she's fighting Raquel next somebody else tomorrow. I thought it was going to be happening tonight. But we'll find out. We'll find out. That's right. You know what, brother? You know what? The botch machine belongs on Level Up, says James. And by the botch machine, I think I know who you mean, James. I think I know who you mean. You're going to get a lot of heat for that opinion. Doesn't OC have a match? They do. Oh yes, they do. They have a deal still going on with NJPW. They're going to be working the NJPW days for the first time, if not in history. In a long time is it happening that a contracted WWE star will be working some of the dates, which is incredible. And this is not something new. People are talking about it right now that, okay, Triple H is allowing this. But he did this with Killer Kross as well. It was not very well known because people don't really follow the independent wrestling scene as much. But when Killer Kross was signed to WWE, he had a lot of committed dates already. A lot of dates with the independent stars, promotions that were booked and announced. And when he made his return to the WWE, fans were upset. The promotions were upset because Killer Kross was not going to be appearing for them, obviously. Then Triple H allowed Killer Kross, for the promotions that were quite major or independent promotions or had a good reputation. He allowed them to have Killer Kross on their show, not wrestling for the show, but instead just appearing for meet and greets. Promotions like Defy, they had Killer Kross on the show after he made his return to the WWE. But he wasn't wrestling, he was taking pictures with the fans. So, not a lot of people know this, but Triple H has already done that with Killer Kross' return. And he continues to do so. He's working with other promotions, and I feel that's fantastic. That is great. Yeah, absolutely true in the words of Uncle Ben. That's right, Jonathan. With great power comes great responsibility. You know it. Showing my age here again, Akon legend. That's right, I probably am showing my age as well, right? But Akon, such a legend. The artists back then, they're not active anymore, sadly, but wow. And Akon is such a special guy because, if you look at the stuff that he's doing right now, he's doing a lot of philanthropy work, lots of charity, which is great. You don't see a lot of celebrities doing it and not talking about it. Akon doesn't really talk about it, but he's doing a lot of charity, which is great. He's a special guy. Alright, let's see what else do we have here. I really like the pay-per-view back then. Me too, Andy. We had Cyber Sunday, Cyber Tuesday, whatever it was. Sunday, I think it was Cyber Sunday. Anyway, Cyber Sunday, Armageddon, No Way Out. All these incredible pay-per-views. Judgment Day, Vengeance. I used to love them. And now we have gimmicky pay-per-views, which should be ending. Should end. Really should end. That's right. I see. Film Nation says I'm no longer a fan of Mandy. That's breaking news. Anyways, let's listen to Seth Rollins. Let's see what does he have to say.
Monday Night.
That's right. We do know that. It is time for Monday Night Rollins, as we see right now.
Allow me to
introduce myself. I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary. I am Seth.
We know that.
And I am your new United States champion!
We know that as well, do we not? Alright, Seth Rollins looking good, by the way. You know, Nati was asking me, why am I not wearing red tonight? The reason why I'm not wearing red tonight is because Seth Rollins borrowed my suit. He borrowed my everything. I mean, my pants, my suit, my shirt. That's why I'm not wearing red. Yeah, he's wearing red tonight. That is the reason why, brother. And Courage vs. Roxanne at Halloween Havoc. It's gonna be great, Andy. Cannot wait for that match. It's gonna be great.
My big, beautiful red behind. But for all you fine folks out there who've always had my back, who never counted me out, who always believed in me, do what you have done and sing my song.
Wow. And he wants the fans to sing his song. There you see it. Okay, and from that she says, I'm not longer a fan of Mandy Rose. I see he's offended by her action. I see. Film Nation doesn't see Mandy Rose as an idol anymore. That's valid arguments right there, Film Nation.
But OKC, tonight is an historic night because tonight is the first defense.
Wow. That's right, so tonight is indeed the first defense for Seth Rollins. He's going to be defending his US title against Matt Riddle, the bro, tonight. And Andrew says, so many stolen dips from AJ. I hope you don't look in the mirror and... No, I don't do that now. You know I wouldn't do that, brother. I just wouldn't do that. You know it. Yeah. And good to see you, Jake. Welcome, welcome. Seth's laughter is hilarious. I think so, too. I found it annoying at one point, but now I just find it funny. It is definitely something else. By the way, I'm gonna be doing... You know what, guys? I was thinking that once we hit a certain level of subscribers or, you know, a milestone, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a dare where I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna listen to Seth Rollins laughing for 12 hours straight. A live stream where I'm sitting for 12 hours listening to Seth Rollins laugh. I think that'd be pretty traumatizing, and I'm in for it. I think that'll be something. Yeah. Not even kidding.
That was a strategic move, alright?
By the way, those glasses are hideous. They're hideous. Alright, he just made a song with Michael Jackson. Yeah, that's right. I do know it, Jonathan. Yep, I used to love that song as well. Something else. Yep.
And become your new U.S. champion. I did it for you. I tapped out for you. Come on now. Get that.
Whoa. Mustafa Ali comes out here. I was expecting our guy Matt Riddle, our bro Matt Riddle, to come out, but instead, out comes Mustafa Ali, and he's looking fresh. Nice, he's got a jacket on, he's got a shirt that doesn't look like a WWE merchandise. Looks like he's quite a rebel. Anybody who comes out here not wearing WWE merchandise is a rebel, and Mustafa Ali sure looks like one right now.
I mean, I was waiting for you to give a shout out to your boy Brock Lesnar for the assist.
Wow.
But hey, if you're not going to mention it, don't worry, I won't mention it either. What I do want to mention is that the former United States champion Bobby Lashley, he promised me that I was next in line for a championship opportunity.
There we go.
Hey, I get it. Things change. Champions change. But my challenge remains the same.
So Mustafa Ali wants a title match. Is he going to be inserted into the title match tonight, making it a triple threat? Or is Mustafa Ali going to win that championship, the U.S. title in Saudi Arabia against Seth Rollins? Could that be the plan? Is Mustafa Ali in here for a major push in Saudi Arabia? Sure could happen. I think it's possible. It's likely. Yeah. Sure, absolutely. Let's see what else do we have here. It's not like Mustafa Ali is banned from the country or whatnot because of the country that he belongs to. It's none of that stuff. He's not banned from Saudi Arabia like Sami Zayn is banned. So, by the way, speaking of that, Sami Zayn is not going to be there in Saudi Arabia, in Roman Reigns' corner for his match against Logan Paul. Just realized that. Thank you for that once again. Good to see everybody. And Jonathan says Seth Rollins is a bit full of himself, isn't he? The thing with Lashley is incredible. He's a gem. Lashley is a true babyface in all senses. I've had interaction with him in real. He's a babyface in real life. Yep. Wow.
Nah. No, it's not going down like that. You might be Seth freaking Rollins, but right now what you are staring at is your next freaking problem.
Alright, so Mustafa Ali grabs his sunglasses, throws them away, and Seth Rollins cannot believe what he just did. He said, you might be Seth freaking Rollins, but I'm your next freaking problem. And Seth Rollins is shocked. He is in awe right now. He's frozen. He does not realize what to do next. That's right. Mustafa Ali should have been champion for a long time, Andy says. And it seems like this could be high time that he will indeed be champion, brother. Absolutely. And Cringe Bro is happy to see Mustafa like that. I want Seth to take Roman's belt to set a fight with him and Cross so they can reignite their feud. Wow. So you want to take Roman Reigns' belt so you can fight with Cross. That would be nice. That would be something. Alright. Anybody taking Roman Reigns' belt is great because that means that there's chances that the person might lose the match. For Roman Reigns, every time he's wrestling a title match, we know he's not losing. So that's that. It's not very unpredictable when it comes to Roman Reigns. We already know how it's all going to end down. So, yeah. Anyways, here we are now with Seth Rollins teaching Mustafa Ali a lesson. And Mustafa Ali laid down to the ringside, of course, botching once again, jobbing once again right here to the top tier guy. And Seth Rollins, laughing, makes his way to the back. Alright. And Ali is going to be a whipping boy, and then he'll become a jobber, says Gary. It seems like that's what's happening right here, brother. Oh my gosh! No. And Seth Rollins is not leaving just like that. Ali, just when Rollins thought he was going to be leaving happy and laughing, Ali jumps on him from behind. And really, Seth Rollins is in trouble right now, or maybe not. Holy crap. Okay, I thought Ali got it. I thought Ali, got back at him, was going to dominate him, show him he really is his problem. But Seth Rollins grabs him, sends him straight, headfirst, into the ring post, and Ali goes down hard. Seth Rollins walking out of here. Yeah. And he's got no problem right there. He's just fine. He is just fine. Ali seems like a brat right now. He does look like a rebel. He seems like a person who is tired of not getting opportunities and now he wants to be a rebel. He wants to be that annoying and angry teenager who is mad at his parents because they won't buy him an iPhone or a new PS5. That is what Ali looks like at the moment. He just seems done. He seems angry and disappointed. He's going through some tough times. And is that JBL? JBL is here, guys. JBL is here. That's right. Finally, it's happening. JBL is here. The limousine has just pulled in. JBL is here and should be here in a few minutes, I guess. I'm pretty sure he's not going to be up next, but should be here top of the second hour, I guess. That's right. And AJ Matt Hardy has been wrestling 30-year anniversary. That's right, true. They've been wrestling for so long. It's crazy to think that they're still active. Good for them, though. Good for them. You know it, brother. Ali is prima donna. You're right, Amjin. Absolutely. This guy's going through issues. Without a doubt. Amjin, good to see you, brother. Lovely to see you. AJ, I know, Ricky. No, we got it. We're going to be fine. Thank you. You're right, Andy. Absolutely. Of course, he's doing what the WWE wants him to do, but we're just making fun of him right now. Just having a good fun at the expense of Ali. The guy is, hopefully he gets success. And, I feel like Saudi Arabia is a great place for him to win the championship. I think the crowd will cheer him a lot more than they would elsewhere. Yeah, I feel like this guy should win in Saudi Arabia and get a match in Saudi Arabia, most importantly. And if he does, hopefully he wins the title in Saudi Arabia, or it should happen. And that's right, JBL is here, guys. He has just pulled over, which means that we're not just going to be seeing JBL, we will also be seeing Baron Corbin. Let's see how this all goes down. Of course, JBL took Corbin under his wing a few weeks ago. We haven't heard of Corbin since then. But here he is tonight. JBL has come back. I'm pretty sure he's brought Corbin along with him. So I see this, like that. Remember when this guy, Fred Rosser, he underwent this whole change as let's make Fred Rosser great again, kind of campaign, which obviously turned out to be a failure. I see this whole thing just like very similar to that. JBL took Baron Corbin under his wing, and he wants him to be great again. So let's see how this turns out, guys. Let's see how this turns out. No surprise, JBL has arrived. That's right, Andy. We all knew it. We all knew it was going to be happening, and he has just pulled over. So let's see. Corbin probably returns. I agree, James. It has to happen, without a doubt. It has to happen. Alright, and we got Emchin says that JBL is a real-life bully, not a fan. I was thinking of that too. I wonder if Mauro Ronaldo is actually watching this right now, and how does he feel about this? JBL was involved and was actually, the talk of the town for bullying colleagues, for bullying Mauro specifically. And the guy struggled with some mental health problems because of JBL. So, yeah, this guy has a history of bullying, which is not cool, never cool. Hopefully that thing is in the past and he has moved on and he's a better person now. Life is all about forgiveness, so let's see. Hopefully he's deserving of the second chance that he's getting right now. Alright, my brother Finlation, I'm gonna be seeing you soon. Much love to you. Thank you. Jealous, baddest, loser. That's what JBL stands for. Cringe bro is not having it, I see. Okay, alright. Nobody's a fan of JBL. Of that almost is moving to SmackDown, says Chris. Okay, well, if SmackDown is going to be his new home, it seems like it, just considering he faced off against Braun Strowman the other night, and seems like they're going to be sparking up a rivalry very soon, a big guy versus a big guy. Hopefully they're able to push him well, give him a nice spotlight, because the roster right now is more stacked than ever. There's a lot of superstars on the roster. It's going to be hard for anybody to stay relevant. I really feel for guys like, Jinder Mahal right now. I really do. Because, to think about it, how is Jinder ever going to find himself a spot with a roster that's full of so much star power? How is Jinder Mahal ever going to be able to stay relevant any longer? Shanky. We haven't seen Shanky ever since Triple H came to power. So what is the future like for these guys? I really wonder. I really do. And he was here, we are with Damage Control coming out. Let's see what they have in store for us, but Damage Control looking confident as they make their way out right here. JBL threw one of the best clothes, that's right, without a doubt, the best clotheslines. I used to love his powerbomb too back in the day. That rivalry, JBL and John Cena shared was incredible. Yeah, that was some heated rivalry for sure. Alright, let's see. What happened to Saxton? No, Nicholas, brother, good to see you. But Saxton has not been released. He is still a part of the broadcasting team, but he has been moved away from the commentary table, and he's now doing backstage interviews. So I guess it's safe to say that he has been demoted, but yeah, he's still on Raw, and he's now doing backstage interviews. But yeah, definitely some sort of a demotion, some sort of a downgrade for Saxton. I wonder what does it do to the salaries. Does the salary also take a hit? Because it must hurt, to go from, the commentator role to an interview role and also take a hit on your salary. So that must suck. Yeah. I hope Braun versus Omos and Crown Jewel will happen. I know people didn't want it, but I always find the excitement in the match. I like that kind of. Everybody should be like you, optimistic and happy with what they get. That's amazing. That's amazing. Bailey and Io Shirai are fabulous. You're right, Andy, without a doubt. Jinder should... I agree. Jinder should do something of his own. Maybe work in Canada. I know he can easily get a lot of bookings in Canada, too. Especially he's a Canadian boy. But Jinder Mahal, the time that I spoke to him, right before WrestleMania, asked him about himself performing at WrestleMania SmackDown and not the actual show itself. Jinder Mahal gave me an answer that broke my heart. Jinder Mahal said that, yes, AJ, the talent is too busy. There's a lot of stars over there on the show. It's hard to find that big spotlight for everybody. So he gave me that answer. It broke my heart because it made me realize that Jinder Mahal realizes that he's not as big of a star as other people are. So hopefully, he's able to revitalize his career again, because I feel like the guy's a good guy. He's got talent, but with the kind of pool that they have right now, the pool of talent, Jinder Mahal, Shanky, these guys are never getting the spotlight. Yeah. Saxton better than Graves, that's why I agree. I feel like Saxton especially, I don't know about Graves, maybe probably better, but that guy right now, the new guy, Kevin Patrick, Saxton definitely was the more charismatic, and I feel better than him. That's what I feel. Yeah. And James says, here is Rat Tail. James, you're gonna get some heat for that, brother. Okay? I'm so happy the 24/7 title doesn't exist anymore. Well, it does, basically. It still does on the live shows, but not on TV, which is fantastic. I agree. I lost interest ever since the 24/7 title, was taken away from R-Truth. With R-Truth, it was still okay, but what was the point of the title if it wasn't for R-Truth, right? So I lost interest when that happened. Anyways, this should be a good match. Bianca Belair and Candice LeRae versus Damage Control. Should be nice. Alright, let's see.
Everything about her, she didn't care to send me a text.
Here comes Bell hair. That is nice, yeah. Definitely has some very impressive hair. You're right. And thank you for that, Ricky. Thank you. I just had a sip of tea. Thanks. And here we are right now. Io Sky dominating. Wait. Wow. Candice LeRae giving her a hard time. Nice. And I also like the fact that both of them are very matching outfit. Bianca Belair and Candice LeRae rocking the Judgment Day colors, rocking the purple. That is nice, alright. Tag's been made and in comes Bianca Belair going after Io Sky. Io Sky in trouble. Bianca Belair, beautiful move right there. Going for the cover and Io with the kick out. It's great seeing Candice again. I agree, Andy. It is so refreshing to see her. Such a great talent she is. Yeah, lovely to see her here. And Corinne says, the 24/7 time, that's right, yeah. Elbow strikes right there to Bianca Belair. Bianca in trouble. And a headlock logged in from Dakota Kai. Chua says, Mustafa Ali is a Muslim. He spent 4 years serving police officers. That's right, yeah. He's an incredible guy. And the one thing I love about Mustafa Ali is that he does not like the typical booking in wrestling. He doesn't like the fact that international stars are often booked as heels, that people, from the Middle East or so, they're booked as the bad guys. He doesn't like that. He doesn't like how these guys often have, stereotypical gimmicks too, where they come out, wearing outfit like they're getting married every single week. He doesn't like that stuff, and he's been very vocal about it. And his whole point since the very beginning of his career, was making sure that he doesn't follow suit, that he sets an example of how to get booked as a wrestler and not as a wrestler from a certain country, so he led by example. Of course, he's having a tough time, challenging time right now to stay relevant. Hopefully he's able to overcome that, but the guy is definitely a special guy and an asset to the industry, really is. Yeah, good guy overall. Let's see. So AEW is going up against NXT. They really are, brother Jeff. They are going up against NXT. AEW versus NXT is going to be happening Tuesday night. It's going to be fire for sure. And Ron DMG, my brother, good to see you. And he says, AJ, did you like the Wyatt promo on SmackDown? I know. That promo was something I did not appreciate when it happened because I was lost. Because I was expecting Bray Wyatt to come out and, address the whole situation, address the elephant in the room, but instead he comes out and he starts breaking down into tears. I was shocked when that happened. Did not see it coming, but afterwards I watched it again and I was talking to Nautic about it. It was incredible. That promo was just great. It was incredible indeed, and lots of hints towards the end of it. With the videos that were flashing towards the end of the thing. Now, it seems to me, and me and Nautic were talking about it in quite detail. Nautic shared some screenshots as well, zoomed in and whatnot. He is a perfect investigator. So we zoomed in on the eye of the lady. It seems like a lady's eye, towards the end of the video. And that eye does not look like it belongs to Alexa, doesn't look like it belongs to somebody else, but Liv Morgan. So from the bits and pieces that we picked up from that video, it seems like Liv Morgan is definitely one of the ladies that joining Bray Wyatt. Could be more than one, but Liv Morgan definitely feels like somebody who's going to be joining Bray Wyatt. Her character change, the sightings in his promos and his packages, it seems like Liv Morgan is it. She's definitely it, is what I feel. But let me know, what do you feel about Liv Morgan joining the Wyatt family group, or do you think it's going to be happening at all? Alright, so Agent, let's see some Indian commercials. Alright, James saying let's see some Indian commercials. We will probably not be able to do that because I'll tell you, Twitch was quite lenient when it comes to copywriting. Like, you can get away with by showing stuff on Twitch, and you probably will be fine because Twitch doesn't have the machine learning. They don't have a computerized automated system of picking up copyrighted materials. It's manual on Twitch. On YouTube, it's all machine learning. It's all like automated, and it's quite stupid. So if I show anything that even a second of it belongs to somebody else, they gotta take it down, James. So that's the drawback of being on YouTube, I guess. Yeah, that's right. But the pro is being here with everybody, being here with Andy and everyone. So that's the pro here of being on YouTube. All right. I like Havoc on Saturday. That's right. Halloween Havoc is going to be happening very soon. Cannot wait for it, Nicholas. AEW is going to be smashing NXT tomorrow. It will be challenging, and the war is going to be happening after quite some time tomorrow. Head-to-head, they're going to be going against each other after quite a while, so definitely very excited about that. Should be good. Love that Run DMG. What will help AEW would be Jade Cargill losing her belt. Well, she already has lost her belt. I feel like Nyla Rose is the rightful champion. I don't know why they're not addressing her as a champion already. She is the champion, so yeah. I mean, in my eyes, Nyla Rose already my TBS champion, but yeah, should happen. She should pin her just in case. 1, 2, and 3 to shut up all the critics. You're right, Andy. You're right. Anyways, here we are back from the commercial, and the match is underway. Age of Dynamite and NXT has more problems. Yankees game going head to head tomorrow. Wow, okay. So tomorrow is going to be a tough day for everybody. Yeah? For NXT, for AEW, for all these shows on TV, because Yankees game is going to be going head to head. Alright, Ricky, okay. I think WWE should send Mustafa Ali to AEW, says Trua. Well, I don't know if that's going to be happening, brother. Don't think so. That's right. Alexa Bliss wants to go back to her old self, so... yeah, let's see with Alexa Bliss. By the way, I saw a tweet from Alexa Bliss just a few hours ago where she posted about how she only has one Instagram, only has one TikTok, or other social media. She doesn't have multiple of those, and she will never ask the fans for money or for gift cards, and she will never talk to the fans on email or phone or Google Hangouts. I find it so sad that people still fall for just catfish like those. Like, people should know better than Alexa Bliss is not going to be asking them for $50 gift card from Apple. It's never going to happen. So I feel so bad for the people who fall for stuff like that. Terrible. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Alexa feels bad too, but also it's quite creepy. And here we are with the tag being made to the one and only. Nice. Dakota Kai in trouble right now. Candice LeRae on fire. I know, James. I know, brother. Indian commercials were funny. They were funny. Cringe Bro, once again. Good to see you, brother. He says, now we're here. NXT is better than AEW, says Cringe Bro. Blame the rain. You're right, Ricky. Blame the rain. My Yankees better win tomorrow, says Andy. Oh, right. Yep, me too. I'm rooting for the Yankees, too. I see, Chua, I see. That's nice. So tomorrow is the sports heavy night, as I can see. And Candice LeRae is going at it right now, taking out Io, taking out Dakota. Go for the cover on Dakota Kai. And Kai with the kick out right there. The match continues, and Candice doesn't look too happy. She looks great, but doesn't look happy. No one watches sucky NBA, says James. Okay, I think it's better than my opinion, though, says Cringe Bro. Alright, brother. I like that, for sure. Yep. Well, I'll tell you what, I have a great time watching all the shows. Let it be Raw, let it be NXT, AEW. I have a fantastic time. I look forward to NXT nights as much as I do look forward to Wednesday nights. It's always fun watching the shows with you. And here we are. Dakota Kai with the tag right there to Io Sky. And she sensed, wow. Nice. The tables have turned around 360 degrees right now. So, starting tomorrow, I'm going to be live on YouTube for a long time, because World Cup is going to be starting, so The schedule is going to be very busy. I'm going to be, doing a lot of watch-alongs, not just wrestling, but also cricket, because the World Cup is upon us. These few days, they were doing those test and trial matches, but the big matches are going to be starting up very soon. And for those big matches, your boy is going to be live, and I'm going to be live for a long time. We're looking at about 10 hours a day of live streaming cricket and wrestling, and that's going to be happening starting tomorrow. Yeah, so you're going to be seeing a lot of AJ right here. Anyways, here we are with Bayley on commentary. She's loving every bit of it, and Dakota Kai going for the cover. And with the kick out, the match continues. Let's see. Hangman versus Moxley tomorrow night. That's right, Randy. That's why. It's going to be great. Tomorrow's NXT is going to have some tough competition in the form of AEW for sure. I used to be an NBA fan back in the 80s, not anymore, says Andy. I see. Alright. So, Andy, tomorrow, of course, we're going to be doing the watch-along for wrestling. And after that, after an hour after the wrestling watch-alongs get over, is when cricket starts. And cricket starts, and it's going to stay live, for about, let me count, for about 9 hours or so. So we're really going to be live for the entire day. It's going to be crazy. And here we are, backbreaker to Dakota Kai right there. Bianca Belair once again gets Io up on her shoulders, getting her down hard. That's right, Bianca Belair goes for the run-up. And taking out Io just like that. Cora needs to come out. You're right, Andy. You know it already. Look at that. Elbow strikes right there to the head of Io Sky. Io Sky in trouble. Bianca Belair with a lead in. Io gets away. Bianca in trouble. Kick right into the chest of Io. And the sneaky tag has been made to Candice LeRae. I don't think that Io Sky realizes it, but Candice LeRae is a legal one right now. I would love for Cora to come out right now, Andy. Absolutely would, but I think that there's some better plans for her right, on the show. Same here, Andy. Got tired of Jordan getting away with pushing off. I see. All right. And I love the swoosh chants going on right now between you guys. All right, cringe bro. Okay, James. I can feel the swooshness right here. And Bianca Belair goes to the apron. Boot to the face, and down she goes. And it is Candice LeRae looking to pick up the pieces. Code breaker. Was that a code breaker? That seemed like a code breaker from Candice LeRae to Dakota Kai. And a beautiful sell right there. Wow, the way she sold that code breaker was incredible. Think of beauty. And Bayley now with the kendo stick. Bianca Belair sees her. Oh, wow. Dodges the kendo stick shot. Otherwise, this would have ended on DQ right here. Alright, sweet. Bianca Belair still has this whole thing under control right now. Wow. Andy says, I think tonight Cora Jade will become the new member of Bayley's group. Can you imagine if Cora Jade, forget about Bayley's group, but can you imagine if she starts embracing her dark side even further and joins the Judgment Day? Now that would be something. Cora Jade in the Judgment Day not only solidifies herself on the main roster, but also just makes her even darker than she already is now, right? That'd be something. And here we are now with Dakota Kai with the big victory for her team. Damage Control defeat Candice LeRae and Bianca Belair. Candice LeRae basically losing, one of her early matches ever since returning. Yeah, that sucks. Sucks for them. But Bayley seems happy. Did not see this coming, actually. Did not see it coming at all. Damage Control have defeated Bianca and Candice, and they've defeated Candice for the victory. I agree, true. Not a fan myself either, brother. I've got to say, tonight's show, the first hour of the show has been average. Hasn't been the greatest first ever of Raw that I've ever seen. The whole Lashley thing was nice. Of course, it was quite short. But apart from that, the first hour of the show has been average. The Mustafa Ali Seth Rollins thing, sweet. Wait a second. Oh, Kathy Kelly looking good.
Cav, I've gotten to know Seth pretty well over the last few months. I've come to realize he's a lot like one of those cheap hoverboards, It's a lot of fun at first, and then it starts to overheat and set your house on fire. A bunch of tech nerds trying to cover it up. It's hot. But what I'm trying to say is, Seth can make any excuse he wants, but I already exposed him But tonight I'm going to beat his ass bad. Because you, United States champion. Yeah. Ali.
Wow. Riddle would show of respect here towards Ali. That's nice.
I'll give you the opportunity.
Wow.
Real, you're styling, dude. Yeah, dude.
Okay. Alright, so Riddle tells him that, alright, Ali, I'm gonna give you a title opportunity. I'm gonna give you a title shot after I win the championship tonight against Seth Rollins. And Ali seems like he appreciates the offer. And Miz right here pretending like his knee's injured. I'm pretty sure he's pretending because he doesn't want to fight Dexter Loomis. That's the match is scheduled to happen later tonight. And Miz obviously doesn't want to fight his worst nightmare. So most likely pretending like he's been attacked, like he's injured. But also the fact that Ali is hanging around here right now with Riddle and acting all cool with him and appreciating the fact that Riddle offered him, a title match. Possible title match. It shows that Ali is not really a heel, because if he were a heel, he wouldn't be hanging around Riddle, right? He just wouldn't be doing that. So Ali seems like he's a face, very much. A face who is not happy with his booking, I guess. But yeah, definitely a face right here. Really, James? Alright, James, you have the question, was that a guy from Schism? I did not catch that. Did anybody catch that? That is interesting. Cora Jade is going to pick Bayley and face Roxanne Perez on NXT tomorrow night. Alright, Chris, let's see. Let's see. Wow. Alright. And Logan Paul is going to be making his return, so that's great. Finally. So whenever Logan Paul's... Oh, wow. A Bray Wyatt side. Did you see that? That promo for SmackDown had a little sighting of the White Rabbit, which means that we should most likely be seeing the White Rabbit on SmackDown this week. As we know it already, the White Rabbit and Bray Wyatt, they're going to be exclusive properties, exclusive stars of SmackDown. They're not going to be making their way to Raw anytime in the future, or at least in the near future. The plan for them right now is to stay restricted and limited to SmackDown. So it's great because it's only going to help, SmackDown's ratings to make Bray Wyatt exclusive to the show. And for me, honestly, I'm a bigger fan of SmackDown probably than I am of Raw. I'm a big supporter of SmackDown. Much love to SmackDown. I mean, love the brand, love the colors, love everything about it. Okay, we've got a question right here. Is Halloween Havoc a premium live event? So Halloween Havoc is going to be streaming on Saturday. On Saturday, October 22nd, is when Halloween Havoc is going to be live. I believe that makes it a premium live event. Yep, definitely. Okay, let's see what else do we have here. That's right. This is a Saturday. It's not happening. Not this time. Halloween Havoc is happening on Saturday, not Tuesday night this time. That's right. Yeah. And Halloween Havoc scheduled on October 22nd, not a Wait a second, is it not Saturday? It's a Saturday, guys. 22nd is a Saturday. That's right, just check my calendar. It is a Saturday. What did Raquel Rodriguez and Shotzi do to earn Women's Tag Team Championship? Match on Friday. Well, I don't know, but you know what? Maybe it's still better than Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah. Whatever, that was, they won the championship too, so... Well, it is what it is. But speaking of Shotzi, I've never liked Shotzi. I've never have been a fan. She reminds me of stuff that I probably should never be reminded of. I've never been a fan of Shotzi, but after that Halloween video that came out, the music video that came out, she definitely has brought a lot of attention and people want to see more of her apparently, so good for her. But also, in addition to Shotzi, there's this other Australian lady who was also featured in the music video, who I feel like it's only a matter of time before she will be signed by the WWE because, they featured her in the video, and she is hanging around with a lot of the WWE stars. I think she's going to get picked up by the company and will get signed very soon. But have you guys checked out that Halloween music video with Scarlett Bordeaux, with Shotzi, and that other lady? If you have, let me know if you enjoyed it. And James says you just defined AEW in 3 emojis. Wait a second. Oh, are you talking about the laughing? Wait, James. Oh, wow. You're talking about the ice cream emojis. AEW's ice cream cringe, bro. Okay. All right. I know, true. No, we've had, I believe, Halloween Havocs on Tuesdays before. In the early year, I believe the first year for NXT 2.0, but now it's once again a Saturday, a premium live event. That's right, Andy. And thank you, Ricky, thanks for that. They still don't have enough tag teams, I agree. Yep, 3 premium live events left in the year. And the first premium live event next year is now going to be the Royal Rumble, and I'm happy. I feel like that's how it should have been. So that's great. Wait a second. Of course, that Halloween Havoc, they're talking about it right now in this promo, that Perez and, of course, Cora Jade, they're going to be picking their poison at the pay-per-view, because it's going to be the Pick Your Poison match. Tomorrow, I believe they will be picking their poison, so that should be interesting. Also, Sonya Deville showed up on NXT last week. I guess there's a lot of questions that have to be answered, about Sonya Deville, Alba Fire, all that, attack. Why did she do it? I think questions will be answered, and there will be repercussions happening tomorrow on NXT. Damage Control retains the Women's Tag Team Championships this Friday. Absolutely, I think so too. And here we are backstage with the Judgment Day babysitting crew.
It's always about the bad guy.
Oh my gosh, did I not tell you? Holy crap. Did I not tell you that? Are you kidding me right now? This is such a I told you so moment right here, guys. I'm tired of being right all the time, but I must tell you, I told you so.
Pick your poison matches first. And Roxanne chose for me to face Raquel Rodriguez tomorrow night on NXT. But I still need to pick Roxanne's poison. So, I was thinking,
okay,
I couldn't come up with anyone as ruthless and dominating as you.
So let me get this right. You want me to go to NXT to beat the living crap out of...
Oh, it's happening tomorrow. I thought it was going to happen
And
tonight.
you guys used to be best friends and tag team partners, right?
Unfortunately.
Same as Raquel and I wouldn't mind putting Roxanne down for you.
Alright, so it's happening. Tomorrow, it's going to be Rhea Ripley who will be going to NXT to take on Roxanne. She says, I wouldn't mind putting down Roxanne for you. So tomorrow, Rhea Ripley versus Roxanne will be happening on NXT. Also, Cora Jade will be fighting Raquel Rodriguez. Andy, this is what happened right here, brother. We got Cora Jade talking to Judgment Day. I hope that means something for the future. Anyways, here we are now with JBL coming out. JBL is making his way out, and fans were happy. They're happy to see the guy. I'm happy to see the Tron, honestly. More than JBL himself, I'm happy to see the Tron, because that reminds me of the good old days, the simpler times, the 2010s, early 2000s of wrestling, when we used to see that Tron a lot. JBL is here, guys. And he's looking good. This guy doesn't look like he's aged at all. Or maybe he does. Okay. They zoomed on his face and he does look like he's aged. But no, it's great to see JBL still in form. Got the cat on, got the suit on. Good for him.
It takes a momentous occasion for the wrestling god to come back to the WWE, and tonight is no exception. I've got an announcement that will shake the very foundation of Monday Night Raw.
He's got an announcement.
Before I make that announcement, I would like to say something from the bottom of my heart, and in all sincerity, to the world.
Oh, wow.
I apologize
Oh!
for doing this in Oklahoma.
Oh my god! Holy crap! Did you guys see that? He basically addressed the elephant in the room by, sending out a heartfelt apology and saying that in such a tone. I feel like we all felt for a second right there that he was apologizing to the world for his actions and, all the bullying stuff. But he says, I apologize for doing it in Oklahoma, out of all places. JBL being a classic heel right there. That was such a heel move. Okay.
You're going to the SEC? How about trying the MAC? That's a little more your speed. But as much
Come on, JBL. Give me a break. That's right. And Gary says, I hope JBL becomes a manager on a regular basis. Oh my gosh, wait a second. Did not mean to do that. Alright. Okay. No, I do feel so too. Yeah, it probably should happen. I think it will happen. He's got to be the manager for Baron Corbin without a doubt. I can't stand Graves. No wonder Graves and Carmella. I know, Nicholas, right? I cannot stand either of those either. Graves is still okay for me. I can still tolerate him to some level. Carmella, I just can't. By the way, where has she been? Is she injured? I knew that was going to happen with Roxanne and Rhea. You're awesome, Randy. You're awesome. Well, let's see what happens tomorrow. And that's right, JBL is here. Pants his way to the big. You're right. You're right. I'd rather see Bayley versus Roxanne than Rhea versus Roxanne. Yeah. The Oklahoma stuff was funny. I agree. That's right. Such a good heel. Indeed, guys. Indeed. JBL retiring. Probably one last run for this guy before he finally hangs up his hat forever.
On your sweat hog feet, put your little fat chubby redneck hands together and welcome the greatest addition to Monday Night Raw in history, and that is Mr. Baron Corbin.
Mr. Baron Corbin?
Wow.
What the hell?
Thank you.
Wow. So we're gonna call this guy Mr. Corbin now? What the hell is this guy wearing?
This is so exciting.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Alright, that pant, I did not see the boots before, but that pant made me almost feel like he wasn't wearing pants, like he was only wearing something that was covering up his crotch, is what made me feel. Okay, good to see that he's still wearing stuff. Okay, but that is a weird outfit. I thought he would come out here dressed in a suit, a tuxedo, but that is a weird outfit. Do you see that, you know, those trousers? I felt that, okay, like, he's only wearing something to cover his crotch, because that, I did not see it. Okay, but good to see. He's got pants on. But wow, weird outfit, I must say. The jacket almost looks like he stole it from Austin Theory. The hat is still the good old hat that I used to wear. So no major difference here. The face is still the same. The face that I want to punch. I don't know. The outfit could have been better. Not a fan of it so far. Okay, let's see. Sub AJ. Hey, my brother Tony. Good to see you. JBL never changes. That's right. Seems like Baron Corbin doesn't change either.
Of Rey Mysterio and the dominance of Baron Corbin starts tonight. I ask.
There we go.
Competition and what WWE gave Mr. Corbin is a former world champion, a former Money in the Bank winner.
Is he fighting Otis? No, sorry.
Ziggler stole the show. I say Dolph
Wait a
Ziggler
second.
has been stealing money from this company for 15 years, because if Dolph had been around in the Attitude Era, he wouldn't have made the cut.
I tell you what, JBL is not wrong. Dolph Ziggler would have not survived, most likely, the Attitude Era. And I do believe that he's been stealing money. I don't think he's adding any value to the company, especially now. Why is he still hired? It's beyond me. Okay, JBL, I agree with you there. What are those clothes? That's right, Cringeborough. Who is Baron Cornbeer? I know, this guy definitely looks like he's got his cornbread more than anything else. JBL fight with Eddie Guerrero was great for both guys. You're right, Andy. That's right. I'm not happy, says Tony. Where's Madcap I know, Reddick Moss. I think that Reddick is still recovering, so yeah. Wait. Oh dear. Of course, Baron Corbin is going to be fighting Dolph Ziggler here tonight, so that's that. But, yeah, speaking of, I just realized that I just confused Riddick, that's Madcap Moss, with the guy Rick Boogs. But these guys are so similar, literally, both of them so similar. The only difference that I had found in Rick Boogs and Madcap Moss was the fact that one guy had a guitar in his position, the other guy did not have a guitar. That's the only difference I saw in the two. But of course, it seems like Madcap Moss is somewhere lost right now. I don't know what the plan is for him anymore. And as far as Rick Boogs is concerned, I don't know what the plan will be for that guy. Really very confused about all of this. That's right, Corbin gets... You're right, Randini. For some reason, Corbin gets a lot of opportunities. And it's not like, he has the best of repetition backstage. People know he's some sort of a bully. People know that, he has... been caught. And actually, he'd like to do it. I spoke with Authors of Pain, and they said it on record that, all right, it was Baron Corbin that tried to bully them, in front of all these wrestlers. It was in the back of the bus where they were sitting with all these wrestlers, and Baron Corbin tried to create a scene and called them out, called them junior, called them, hey, big guy or little guy or young guy, or hey kid, and they felt called out and asked them to bring a crate of beer or something, and they just felt called out. They felt like he was putting them on the spot. And this guy is known to be some sort of a bully to the jobbers, to the enhancement talent, to the newest stars. And I feel like, now that I'm talking about it, I feel like a bully and a former bully, or I don't know what the status of JBL is right there, but two guys of the very same nature and repetition flocking together is not even a surprise. Birds of a feather flock together, and I think that's what's happened here. Both of them have a very similar repetition, and now both of them are working together in a program. I think it only makes sense, right? Corbin should have just been repackaged to go back as Lone Wolf, and that's something, Andy, that lots of people have been asking for quite some time, but they just don't give it to us. They just don't want to give us a Lone Wolf, and that's a fact. They just don't want to give us the Lone Wolf. Yeah, he's wearing wrestling gear. No, that's right, true. No, the colors at first, I think it must be my sunglasses that deceived me, but the colors at first seemed awful to me, but no, he's fine. He's fine. All right. Corbin took that shirt off. The women's rack my girl has the very same. I know, right? Now that's definitely looked like an Austin Theory jacket to me, for sure. And where's Moss again? I know, brother. I know. JBL on the mic is incredible. I know, Randy. He's good. He's good. Bayley, the goat of commentary. She is funny. Bayley, the interaction that she has with the fans. Ricky sent me a video of her fighting with one of the fans ringside. Fighting with one of the kid sitting ringside as she was making her way to the ring to wrestle. And the interaction that she has with the fans, fighting and arguing with them, arguing with Michael Cole, it's funny. Bayley is interesting, yeah. Doll stealing the money, you know it, brother. Corbin dresses like a stripper ages, says Ricky. That's funny. That is funny, I know, right? Yeah. Dolph Ziggler is here, yep. But what about this guy, Bobby Roode, Robert Roode? Wasn't he a part of Dolph Ziggler? Weren't these guys a team? They seemed like they were good friends. They went all the way to NXT, came back, and now all of a sudden Robert Roode has disappeared, and we only have Dolph Ziggler. So what is the status of Robert Roode? Is he injured? Is he sidelined? Is he just not getting booked? What's up with Robert Roode, guys? That's right. Welcome back, interim champion Jacob. Good to see you. Good to see you. Bayley underrated, says MG. I think she gets fair share of appreciation. Sure, there are people that don't like Bayley and don't really talk about her talent, but I feel like she gets fair share of appreciation. I think so. That's right. Do I have a Joker? I don't, guys. I don't have DC, so Batman, Joker, I don't have those. I tried finding them, but I feel like they're not available right now. The ones that were available just were not good quality, so I'll be on the lookout, though, and as soon as I can find something, they're gonna be here, for sure. Robert Roode is injured. Thanks for that, brother. Thank you for that. But Robert Roode should be champion. I don't believe he's injured, says Andy. Well, whatever the case is, if he's injured, hopefully he gets back on TV soon, recovers soon. If he's not injured, I think it's awful that he's not being used. I love Robert Roode. Boot to the face, by the way, from Baron Corbin to Dolph Ziggler. I was there live at the Barclays Center when Roode made his debut on SmackDown, and the pop was big. The pop was incredibly huge and loud. Roode has just incredible amount of talent. For him to not be, booked as the Glorious One, I think is a mistake. He should be here, and he should still be the Glorious One. With that entrance, with that ta-na-na-na-na, all those pump and show, he should do that. All the smoke and mirrors, he needs that. He needs it. And here we are right now, JBL on commentary. Let me know how do you guys like his commentary. Finally, there's some order, there's some maturity in the commentary at the moment, which is great. I don't see the maturity in Kevin Patrick. Sure in hell don't see it in Corey Graves. But we finally have somebody who's mature, I think, in JBL. And here we are, Dolph Ziggler trying to give Baron Corbin a hard time. Baron Corbin with an elbow strike, taking on Ziggler just like that. Roode had a great, I know, right? Roode's entrance song was fantastic. Walking out, with the whole place covered in smoke. The lighting, the glorious one, just incredible. Why would they take it away from him? I don't know. I really feel like not booking him as a glorious one is a mistake, because if he's not the glorious one, he's just one of many, and it just makes no sense to me. That's right, Jacob. Maybe at the Rumble. Maybe at the Rumble. Yeah. And here we are right now with Dolph Ziggler trying to give Baron Corbin a hard time. Baron Corbin gets him up there. But the good news is that Happy Corbin is gone. And once again, this guy is Baron Corbin. So he gets his first name back one more time. No longer Happy, he's Baron. And he can have a whole wide array of emotions now. Not just happy, which is great. That's right. And when Robert Roode was the It Factor was his best single run in wrestling. I agree, Andy. Really do agree. Absolutely. Baron Corbin is back after... That's right, Cringe, where he's back. He is back. What superhero do I have? I have the Marvel guys like Iron Man, Spider-Man. All the Marvel guys that you can think of. I think I have those. Deadpool. Yeah, Jacob. That's right. Sure, you can. I'll get you that. I see Cringe Bro says, not like Baron Corbin himself. Yeah. Not the Lone Wolf. Not yet. That's for sure. And here we are, Dolph Ziggler trying to give him a hard time right now. Let's see. Where is Jacob? Here he is. No, you cannot be Hulk. No Hulk, brother. I don't have Hulk. But I do have Spider-Man. I'm gonna make you Spider-Man. Alright. Let's see. Where is Spidey? Interesting. Alright, you got it. And here we are now.
Reminiscent of ye old clothesline from hell. Excuse me, Dolph. You're missing your head.
What did you guys think of that clothesline, guys? Do you feel like he learned something from JBL or tried to do it better? Or was it even close? That was a nice clothesline. That was a solid clothesline. I think JBL must be proud. Still nowhere near that JBL clothesline though. That clothesline from JBL was something else. I don't think it can be replicated. I just don't think so. This match makes me fall asleep versus Ricky. I must say, guys, you know, we together, when we're watching, we're talking, every single show is fantastic. But it's something about tonight's show that I'm just not feeling it. I feel like it's an average show. I don't know if it's Triple H, the fact that he's gone, or maybe the booking is just average. But tonight's show is just an average show, guys. It's nothing extraordinary, is what I feel. Yeah. It's just an okay show. And once again, we are on commercial, guys. One more time, we are on commercial. Yeah. That's right. That is a weird commercial, alright. I wish I could show you guys what I'm seeing right now, because what I'm looking at is a weird freaking commercial. You think we're going to have a WWE draft? I don't think so. I believe that the plans with the draft were actually postponed, so we're not going to be having a draft anytime soon, Jacob. I love the draft myself. Honestly, I don't like the fact that, you know, they started having draft in the middle of the year. What I used to really like back in the day was WWE draft happening after WrestleMania, when, you know, the wrestlers would win a match and that would get their brand a pick, right? I remember, I believe, John Cena winning a match, getting a pick, you know, getting drafted to SmackDown, then later on in the main event winning a match again and getting drafted to Raw back again. So I miss those days. I feel like that made more sense. Wrestlers fighting for brand supremacy and getting, you know, spots for the roster. I like that. And also after WrestleMania, it just made sense to me. So I miss those days. JBL did a great job doing clothesline. That's right. JBL's clothesline, incredible job. Incredible. Nobody gets anywhere close to it. That's for sure. You're right, Andy. He needs a lot more work indeed, brother. That clothesline is not easy to be replicated. I know. Drew says, Why is JBL taking shots at Rey Mysterio? Because he's JBL and he's had history with Rey Mysterio. He knows exactly who Rey Mysterio is and how to get on his nerves. So that's that, brother. That is that. By the way, guys, I must tell you that next Monday I will not be here for the Watchalong. Next Monday, it's the 24th. And it's gonna be Raw, but I won't be here for Watchalong next Monday. But just wanted to let you guys know in advance, yeah, because next Monday is it's quite a busy day. It's a festival right here in India, which probably will keep me busy. But yeah, next Monday will not be here. I'll miss you guys. I miss you guys. Hopefully next Monday is not gonna be the craziest of shows, because usually whenever I'm not watching the show, you know, craziest things happen, like The Undertaker comes back from retirement, or Brock Lesnar wrestles on Raw. You know, something crazy happens when I'm not watching, so hopefully nothing crazy happens next Monday. I know, Ricky, I'll miss you too, brother. You're awesome. Thank you. Thank you. It's average Raw show that just goes to show where Hunter's not around, it goes down. You're right, Andy. Seems like it. Yeah, thank you, Andy. Thank you. I'll miss you guys next Monday too. I'll miss you. That's right. I'll try to make it, though. It's not a guarantee that I won't be here, because you know it, I'm always here. But I'll try to make it. But in case, most likely, it's probably not gonna be, not gonna be able to make it. I will still try. Hopefully, we'll be here. But yeah, just let you guys know in advance. And here we are, back for commercial. Baron Corbin still with the upper hand. I have to say this. Baron Corbin, this is his return match. This is a match that he should be making a statement. And for a match that he should be making a statement, I don't think he's the most impressive. The match is long. It should never have exceeded one commercial. I don't think anybody's remotely, interested in this match. I mean, look at the people sitting ringside. Everybody's seated down. I don't see anybody waving their hands or giving him a reaction at all. And I feel that's a problem. You should get a reaction. If you get a bad reaction or good reaction, it's still okay. If you get no reaction, that's a problem. And most of the fans sitting ringside, I'm looking at them and I'm seeing no reaction. And that is a problem for sure. Yeah. And Baron gets back to the ring. Dolph Ziggler is going to go for a clothesline. Baron, again, I'm just not a fan of how the whole thing is laid out. Baron Corbin should be here and get a dominating victory. Not struggling to, dominate this match. He's struggling so bad right now. And Dolph Ziggler now with the upper hand. There you go. Baron Corbin in trouble. And Rock apparently will be back for WrestleMania. It seems like it. And there you go. Neck breaker from Dolph Ziggler to Baron Corbin. Dolph Ziggler going to that zone right now. Okay.
Sure. Don't do that to me again.
He went for the cover on Baron Corbin and he kicks out. The match continues. That's right, brother. We know it. Cora Jade has picked Rhea Ripley. Now, Rhea Ripley is the poison, and Rhea Ripley will be fighting Roxanne Perez tomorrow. NXT. They're really, hyping up tomorrow's show, stacking it up with the pick your poison and whatnot, because they know they're going head-to-head against AEW. They need that star power. So very, conveniently, we have the pick your poison matches happening tomorrow. With Roxanne taking out, of course, Raquel Rodriguez taking out, the one and only, and of course, Cora Jade has picked Rhea Ripley for Roxanne, so that's that. Can you bring back wait a second, Jacob, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Tony says, I miss Pat McAfee, especially his tease against Baron Corbin. Oh yeah. Pat McAfee, it seems like those days are, so far away now. In such distant, past. Pat McAfee being on commentary. I don't know if he's gonna come back though. Like, what is the plan for Pat McAfee at all? I really wonder. If he does come back, who on SmackDown or Raw will give up their seat for Pat? Because it seems like they've gone back to the two-person commentary format. So who will give up their seat for Pat? I really wonder. Alright, as we see here, it is Dolph Ziggler. There you go, big punch, and Baron Corbin with a reversal, and they're going back and they're going forth like that. Okay, nice. There you see it. And Dolph Ziggler climbs the back of Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin gets Ziggler up, there you go, and gets him down just like that, going for the cover. And a 1 and a 2. And is it? Oh, wow. The match still continues. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Wow.
Frustrated, understandably so, after connecting with this thunderous deep six, driving Dolph's spine first into the center of the ring, but somehow the show-off survives.
All right, Jacob. Well, some things, better left in the past, and that's it. So that's that. And here we are once again.
Mark that down, Shamrock. Future world champion. Coming from a former WWE champion and a Hall of Famer.
And he gets Dolph Ziggler up on the top turnbuckle. He's looking for a big move here. A near fall by unhappy Corbin. Yeah, let's see if he's going to be happy, unhappy. It all depends on if he wins the match tonight. That's right. I know, Randy. It's not just you. It is going way too long. It should have never, crossed that first commercial. Should have never had a commercial at all. And the fact that it came back from commercial, and once again it's a back and forth like this, it's stupid. I mean, look at the fans ringside. We don't have to go any further, to this discussion. Just look at the faces of the fans. They are bored. Not the best way for him to make his return. If he would have made his return tonight, which he has, and it would have been, impressive. It would have been something extraordinary with his wrestling skills or, storyline-wise. It would have been nice. But he literally just came back to fight Dolph Ziggler. It makes zero sense to me. Absolutely no sense. And Tony D'Angelo is choosing opponent going against the Snacks. That's right. That's right, brother. That is right. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not feeling this at all. And Dolph Ziggler is now going to the zone. Let's see. Is it over? It is over. Alright, Baron Corbin finally picks up the victory over Dolph Ziggler. There you go. Okay, good stuff. Finally, the victory. Okay. Alright. It would be nice to have Gangrel help out Edge, but I know that Gangrel right now is quite busy with his own stuff. He's got his own school going on, so that's that. So Gangrel is quite busy with that, I don't know if he's going to be here. It would be nice. It would definitely be great. But he's got stuff going on of his own. We did the interview with Jay Vidal, the PCW Ultra Lightweight Champion. He's a student of Gangrel. He was trained by him, and right now he's serving as one of the teachers at his school. So Gangrel is pretty cool at what he's doing. Would be nice, though. It would be a great idea, Andy. I totally agree with that. Yeah, would be great. All right. Oh, the Miz backstage getting evaluated by the practitioner. Of course, Miz is pretending to be injured right now. He's not really injured. He just does not want to fight Dexter Lumis. That's the only thing.
Miz, any update on whether or not you're still going to be able to face Dexter Lumis here tonight?
As you can see, I'm in immense pain. No matter the diagnosis, I don't think I'm going to be able to compete tonight.
Well, it would seem you are incapacitated at the moment. However, a number of members of the custodial staff have come forward and claimed that they saw you pouring water on the floor and then sitting on it. And they also claim that you're the one who set up the wet floor sign. In fact, we checked the custodial records, and apparently the floor hasn't been mopped since last night.
That's right. Just like I said, the guy was pretending to be injured. He's not really injured. He's just pretending to be injured. It's a shame how WWE isn't really pushing Miz. I loved the Miz as champion back in the day. Or maybe back in the day I did not appreciate him too much. Let's not lie. Now looking back at his title run, I appreciate what he's done and also, how far he's come in his career. I was happy when he won the title recently, but of course that was a very short reign, and I find it terrible as well, the fact that he has not been pushed. I find it terrible. That's right.
Just Byron. Common mistake.
Wow, Miz. What a miraculous recovery.
Looks like you can face Dexter Lumis tonight after all.
I like that. Okay. Yeah, Baron Corbin, you know, poor guy is a backstage interviewer, but still he's showing personality. More personality than an interviewer typically does. That's great. I've got to say, I miss this guy on commentary a little too much. But good to see that he's still going out there and showing personality, even as an interviewer. That's great. Alright, anyways, we're going to take a look at Bray Wyatt's return to SmackDown, which means we're going to go to commercial right now. And when we get back from the commercial, we're going to take a look at what went down on SmackDown. So a recap from the show. I'm not a fan of this show at all. Tonight's Raw has just been bad. It's not been a good show. Let's not even try to cover up for these guys. It's not been a good show. The fact that Baron Corbin match was so long and so boring, and the fact that we're going to be going to commercial now and coming back only to get a glimpse of what happened from SmackDown with Bray Wyatt is terrible. Yeah, I guess, Andy, you're right. It goes on to show that the show doesn't run as smoothly as it should when Triple H isn't around. Dexter Lumis will beat The Miz. It will happen, brother. We know it already. Dexter Lumis is... But I don't think it's going to come down clean because, you know, there's going to be some tantrums, some bells and whistles, probably somebody getting involved. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if Indy Hartwell shows up. I mean, why would they give to us Dexter versus Miz for free on TV when they can easily make this a pay-per-view match? So I've got a feeling that Maurice gets involved, and then Indy Hartwell gets involved ultimately. Now, if not tonight, sometime in the future, but I do feel like Indy Hartwell will be here on the main roster, you know, in the side, in the corner of Dexter Lumis. I think it's going to be happening. That's right. Yeah, I agree, Tony. I totally agree with that rating. 3 out of 10 actually is quite generous. It's not a good show at all, and if they keep this up tomorrow, which I hope they don't, and NXT is usually better, so they probably will not, but if they keep it up tomorrow, they're going to get squashed by AEW. That's for sure. Raw average boring. I give it a strong 3. Also, Andy's agrees with that. Also gives it a 3. I'll probably give it a 2, guys, because, you know, it's a 3. If you're watching the show at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the evening, this show is a solid 3. But if you wake up at 5 in the morning to watch this show, it's a solid 1 or a solid 2. Let's agree, right? It's not a show worth waking up at 5 in the morning for. That's that. Yeah. Had to put it out there. Alright. Still on commercial right now. Lots of commercials as well. Is it just me or are we really getting more commercials than usual tonight? Well, anyways, whatever the case might be, we already know that October is going to be a very busy, you know, month. It has already been a busy month with Triple Mania and whatnot. It was an incredible pay-per-view. And November is going to be even better because we've not only got WWE pay-per-view happening, but also we've got NWA returning with their own pay-per-view in November. Something I'm looking forward to eagerly. And also, for NWA's pay-per-view, of course, just like the last time, we're going to be doing some promotional stuff for them, with them. We're going to be having some interviews, interactions with the NWA stars, and live sessions too. Andy, I'm looking at you. I know that you loved the Tarantino interview. I'm trying to get a live interaction stream right here with Tarantino. So hopefully, we're going to be doing that. But we're going to be doing some live interaction stuff and promotional stuff for the NWA pay-per-view that's coming up. That's right. The only reason why I give it a 3 was because Bailey was on. I understand that. That's right. That's right. Okay. And Jacob, welcome back. Welcome back. Good to see you. And here we are. We just thought that Old Moss was going to be on SmackDown, but here he is now on Raw.
Braun Strowman. To the contrary, I'm here to celebrate Braun Strowman. His size, his strength, his ferocity. The former Universal Champion. The very mention of the name Braun Strowman strikes fear in the hearts of ordinary men. But as you can see, this gentleman standing to my right is very far from ordinary. He is, in fact, the personification of the word extraordinary. That's why this Friday,
Oh, wow.
we're going to SmackDown.
So he will be on SmackDown, it seems. Even though it seems like he's on Raw, it seems like basically they're promoting that he's going to be on SmackDown again. Is he going to be fighting Braun Strowman? Probably not. Again, a face-off. All right. Okay, look at that. So Omos is going to be going to SmackDown, it seems, and Jacob, respectfully, I've got to say this very respectfully. I appreciate you being here, but honestly, you know what you're doing right here. I don't appreciate that. That is something I don't appreciate. You know exactly what happened in the history in the past. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to address it. So if you can be respectful and stop, showing disrespect towards me, it would be great. Otherwise, I'll have to again put you on timeout. So I ask you for respect. Thank you. And Andy says, AJ, speaking with NWA, what do you thought of Colin Kane getting rematched? Oh my gosh. Oh wow. I feel that's great. I feel it's fantastic. Colin King's awesome. Camille is awesome. And by the way, speaking of Camille, every time I talk about Camille or hear anybody talk about Camille, it's incredible because of the talent that she has. I'm really surprised that Camille has not been picked up by the WWE. I'm not sure what the status is right now, if there's any interest. But I'm really surprised that Camille has not been picked up by the WWE just yet. Considering the talent that she has, that she possesses, I think it's only going to be a matter of time before it will happen. But let's see. Let's see what happens. Yeah. All right. Drew McIntyre is this guy that they love. I feel like Drew McIntyre is a solid backup plan for if anything goes wrong, or they want to put the title on anybody, or if they can count on somebody to main event a certain show. I feel like Drew McIntyre is a perfect backup plan. I would say, much like Moxley, and no disrespect to Moxley. Moxley's fantastic, and it's Drew. No disrespect to either of the guys. But just like Moxley's the perfect backup plan, CM Punk thing fell apart. Who was the perfect backup plan? The guy who actually, went out there and protected the company at that terrible time, at a challenging time, was Moxley. And I feel like Drew McIntyre is the same way. If you need somebody to vouch for the company or to pull a title run, the best bet is Drew McIntyre. What I feel. So right now what Drew is doing is he's pushing Karrion, and I know it might not. Oh wow, well look at that. Cameron Grimes is here.
I'm having a problem with these Schism brothers down in NXT, and I could really use some help. So I'm here to see if you boys want to be my tag team partners tomorrow night.
Oh my god, they're really stacking it up. So Cameron came here just to invite the OC boys, AJ Styles and the boys here to NXT. They're stacking up tomorrow's show, and we know exactly why they're doing it. We know exactly why they're stacking up the show tomorrow, and that is because
partners tomorrow night on NXT. Where you guys? That is too sweet.
There we go.
See you guys tomorrow.
So this is why they're doing it. Tomorrow, NXT versus AEW is happening. They've already got Roxanne Perez. They've already got Rhea Ripley. Now they've got AJ Styles and the OC on NXT tomorrow. They are doing this because they know they're going to war tomorrow night. That's right. And thank you, Ricky. Thanks for that, brother. And Camille has talked about that. That's right. It is the only reason why she didn't accept it, because her relationship with Todd. I see. And I've got no problem with that, brother. I feel like Camille is a loyal person. I feel like she's incredibly talented, and you don't see people like that actually, value relationships over money, So I've got a lot of respect for Camille in that division. Yeah, I would love that. Anyways, Andy, I've got to ask you this. If we do a live session or an interview for NWA in the near future, it's a question to everybody, whoever watches NWA, right? Everybody can answer this. Who would you like for me to have on the show? For a live interaction session, for an interview, let me know. Who would you like to see on the show? Thank you. And Cameron Grimes gonna give the club 2 sweet. That is right. That's right. And thank you, Ricky. No. Yeah, don't worry about him. And we'll see how just went to the moon. That's right. Hell yeah. They're going to be going to the moon tomorrow on NXT, brother. It's going to be happening. Once again, we are on commercial. The OC might be going to the moon, but we are just going to commercials. Tonight's show, very commercial heavy. Yeah, just a terrible show. And I don't usually say that for a show, up straight like that. But tonight's show is just not it. It's not it. Nick Aldis would be great, but Andy, the thing is with Nick Aldis, his own relationship with NWA is quite rocky. It's quite tricky. So he doesn't really do a lot of these media calls for NWA ever since the relationship got a bit tricky. But I would love to have Nick Aldis, really would. But his relationship with NWA is quite funny, so it depends if he wants to do it or if he's going to be up for it. But it will be a great name. Anybody else, Andy? All right, with that being said, wow. I like that a lot, Andy. Ricky Morton would be great. Now, Ricky Morton would be something. I like that. I wonder if Ricky Morton does interviews anymore. I'll have to look into it. But if he does do interviews, I'm definitely going to be asking for Ricky. That'd be nice. One of these days, I would like to see Mello wins the North American title once again. I loved Mello as the champion. I love Mello overall. So, yeah, sure. Would be great. I would love that. Yeah. By the way, guys, I'm still not over the hangover, from Fight TV, from the show that we just watched, Triple A Mania from this Saturday. If you guys, any of you did not check out that show, you really should look it up somewhere, online. Check out that show because, wow, that was an incredible, show overall from the start to the finish. That match, it was only the second match, but that match, between Camille and Thea Valkyrie, what a great match that was. The ladies were bleeding. Camille was being an absolute heel. Of course, she took the loss at the end, but what a fantastic match that was. The hair versus the hair, where the guy lost and he couldn't get up back to his feet, so he had to be stretchered back to the ambulance. But before they put him in the ambulance, they actually made sure to cut his hair off as a part of the stipulation. The mask versus the mask match, where the guy not only passed on his mask but also the torch to Penta. So it was an incredible pay-per-view. Anybody that did not watch it or did not catch up on the watch-along has to watch it. Incredible. Frankie Kazarian is badass. That's right, she is badass indeed. Meta better not regain the belt. It should be someone else now. That's a good point. Crazy. So we're just 2 weeks away from Crown Jewel. Time flies, yeah. Time does fly. So November is right here. And Nigel, my brother, good to see you. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Hope you have a great time and hope you're enjoying Monday Night Raw. Good to see you, Nigel. Welcome. And I can see they really have those graphics out there for Crown Jewel. They made a palace or something in the back, and right here I can see the curtains and everything. They really went out there. Some new graphics for Crown Jewel this year. Usually we just see the crown and and all the stuff around it, but this time they actually brought up something new. That's nice. Okay. Sweet. So, of course, Roman Reigns, Logan Paul is going to be happening. Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley is going to be happening. Not for the U.S. title. Literally took the U.S. title off the guy so that he could fight Brock Lesnar in a non-title match. I think it's absolutely absurd. I would have liked, honestly, I know Brock Lesnar probably doesn't want the U.S. title, but I would have liked this a lot better if this was for the U.S. Championship, because why not put the mid-card title on the on the spotlight? Why not do it? I think that would have been fantastic, but of course they're not doing it, so that's that. Anyways, I can see a question here from Andy. What is the main event for tomorrow's AEW? I believe the main event for tomorrow, brother, is the AEW World Title match, which will be happening between Jon Moxley and Hangman Page. That should be the main event. Apart from that, we also have Tony Storm going one-on-one against Hikaru Shida for the interim title, for the interim women's title. That is also going to be happening. Chris Jericho will be fighting Dalton Castle next week, if I'm not wrong, for the ROH World title. And in addition to that, Best Friends Orange Cassidy going head-to-head. I'm sorry, Dead Triangle and, these guys going head-to-head. And, yeah, MJF is going to be addressing the crowd. and more to come. So tomorrow's AEW is definitely stacked up really well. The world title itself matches, the back-to-back, the women's title, the men's title, world title matches already seem stacked. So AEW definitely has all the cards on the deck. They are going out there, putting on a great show tomorrow. And NXT also has some big plans for the show. Absolutely, yeah. And thank you, Nigel. Good to see you too, brother. Last Friday night was the most memorable, seeing Rey Mysterio versus Ricochet. That gives me some Lucha Underground vibes. Absolutely, brother. Hey, last week was a good week overall for wrestling. This week, though, I don't know what's happening. Hopefully, the other shows are not going to be following suit, because a lot of times I've noticed that when Raw sucks, all the other shows turn out to be bad as well. The rest of the week turns out to be terrible in wrestling. Hopefully, it doesn't happen this way. And the OC will be fighting the Judgment Day in Crown Jewel. So in 2 weeks from now, OC gonna be fighting Judgment Day at Crown Jewel. It's just been announced. James says Crown Jewel rating is going to suck. A lot of us are boycotting, and that is always the case, right? It's a pay-per-view, but I don't believe that WWE cares about the rating at all, because they get the money, and that's all that matters to them, right? Crown Jewel Judgment Day, that's right. Just announced they are gonna be going head-to-head at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. They should just call Tony Storm. I know, right? I don't even know what the situation right now is with Thunder Rosa. When did she kind of come back? What is the whole deal with her? If the things are alright, if she has any heat, if she's still got to be champion. I mean, yeah. The whole interim title stuff, it makes no sense. Yeah, especially right now. With Thunder Rosa's, injury, we don't know the extent of it. We don't know how long she's out for, so very uncertain. I agree. I want to see the Good Brothers defeat the Usos for the Undisputed Tag Titles. Wow. I don't think it's going to be happening though, Gary, because we know why the Usos are champion is because they got to strengthen the bloodline to show them the family tree, to show that the family is the faction, the family in all of WWE, and that's why they've got all the titles in the world. So, Good Brothers defeating them would be nice, but I don't think it's going to happen just yet. At least not until the time that Roman Reigns, his own, reign starts to, get in jeopardy and he starts falling down. Until then, I don't think that these guys are losing the tag team titles either. But it will be nice, Gary. It will be refreshing, right? To finally see the titles on somebody else's shoulder. I miss Thunder Rosa, says Tony. That's right, brother. That is right. Boycott Crown Jewel. You might as well boycott gas in your car too, says Run DMG. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that comes from the Middle East. You're right. Styles versus Guerrero. I know. Styles versus Guerrero. I really wish that they would finally acknowledge it, that Dominic would acknowledge it. In one of the promos a few weeks ago, when he was, talking to his dad, Dominic did say, "I'm not your son." And I was like, holy crap, he's going out there. But then, of course, he did not acknowledge Eddie Guerrero at all. It was terrible. He really should. The entire thing, the look, the hair, it speaks Eddie Guerrero, it screams Eddie Guerrero, so why not just talk about it? And do you think we are going to see Jamie Hayter versus Britt Baker this year? To think about it. Probably not, I feel. Because I think that they need the faction at the moment. So, unless they have another faction to fall back on, I guess, and replace these three, Rebel, Hayter, and Britt Baker as the three annoying ladies, I guess we're going to be having them sticking up for each other until then. So, probably not this year, brother. Do you see it happening, Andy? Let me know. Love Thunder, she is the best, and Baker, and everybody is jealous of her. That's right. Thunder Rosa is very talented, and I remember, the way that she really performed so well for years and years in AEW, performed through the darkest of times in the company and in the world. Thunder Rosa was incredible overall, so yeah, whatever it is going on with her, hopefully that gets solved. Not just her injury, but also whatever heat she had backstage. Wow, big chop right there from Styles to Guerrero. And Guerrero in trouble right now. Styles grabs him from the back of the head and sends him face first into the turnbuckle once and twice. There you go. That's right. Yes, Tori. Yes, that's right. Only if Vicky Guerrero is not under contract with AEW, WWE might have actually brought her back on here to do this whole storyline with Dominic. I can only imagine, right? We can only imagine. I want Kevin Owens and Gargano versus Usos. Wow. The only guy I want Kevin... I know that he's got something going on with Gargano, so that's great. But I really want him, once again, to team up with Sami Zayn and really save Sami Zayn from his own misery, from his own delusion that he's a part of the bloodline. He's not, and he should start pretending that he's a part of the bloodline. Really should. Anyways, here we are, guys, kicking off the final hour of the show right here with Styles versus Dominic Mysterio. This is the final hour of the show. That's right, Kenneth. It's official. Bobby and Brock, they are going to go one-on-one at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. It's happening. I want it to happen already because AEW waited too long with the turn of Julia Hart. I agree. Yes. I really want Jamie Hayter to, really shine as a solo competitor, really go out there and, just overpower all these other ladies, overshadow them with her pure talent, with her personality or charisma. Only a matter of time before that happens. It will happen, though. It will happen. Wow, nice kick to the back of the head of Dominic Mysterio. By the way, Rebel, I thought that Rebel was injured and she can't really wrestle, which is why she, doesn't wrestle in AEW. But I just saw her, in one of the promotional materials for an independent show out there, and I believe that she's scheduled to wrestle in that independent show. So that surprises me. Is Rebel cleared? Is she allowed to wrestle now? What is the deal with her? If she is allowed to wrestle, why does she not wrestle? Wonder. Anyways, AJ Styles right now giving Dominic Mysterio a hard time with those big punches right to the head of Dominic. And Dominic falls down to the corner. And speaking of that, Kenneth, I'm probably the only one. This might be, this probably is a hard take, and not everybody would agree with me. I miss the greatest Royal Rumble. I miss WWE coming up with creative stuff for the Saudi Arabia shows, right? The greatest Royal Rumble was something interesting. It was. I really wish that they would bring it back. And Rhea Ripley right now confronting AJ Styles says, "Hit me! You want to hit me? Come on. Come and get it." Styles not looking happy. Rhea Ripley still getting on his nerves, and Dominic goes flying down hard on AJ Styles, taking him out just like that. Julia Hart hinted she wants the Bunny to be her partner. I say, well, I don't know what your thoughts on the Bunny is, guys. Andy, what do you think about the Bunny? For me, I feel like Bunny, even though she definitely has personality, she has a lot of attitude, which works for her. But I feel like Bunny, for some reason, it cannot go out there in the ring. She's just not that great in the ring, which takes a lot, away from her. That's what I feel. Yeah. I see, James. All right, thanks for that. So I was wondering, if she's still not cleared or not, or what the deal is. Thanks for clearing that up for me, James. Thank you for that. Rebel, you know it already. At WrestleMania 35, she was there, and we were in the catering. We literally, she was standing right before me, right ahead of me. And there was a point where she turned around, looked at me for a brief moment or two. I wanted to say something, but I could not remember her name. This was back WrestleMania 35. She was not signed to AEW. I just couldn't recall her name. So, yeah. But we had that moment, I guess moment of silence for me now. But we had that moment where we were so close, but so far away. I couldn't strike a conversation because I could not remember her name. Honestly, I could not remember if she was a wrestler, what the deal was. But yes, I could definitely... I recognized her from somewhere. I just did not know where. So that sucked. Anyways, the Bunny, her best time was when she was in Impact feuding with Rosemary and the Ended Brides. That's right. Yeah. But speaking of, Rosemary and the Ended Brides, I really wonder when is Su Yung gonna come back, because Su Yung, I believe she was, she was pregnant, and I'm pretty sure that she must have already been given birth now. I did ask Jessica about Su Yung, and Jessica said that, Jessica has never met Su Yung. Kayfabe way she answered that, but she said Su Yung sounds scary. I really wonder what the deal is with Su Yung. I feel like Impact Wrestling needs her more than ever right now because of all the, hits that they've taken with the free agents, with all the wrestlers going away. They need stars like Su Yung. Hopefully it happens. Hopefully she does come back because they need her right now. They really do. I gave up on AEW Women's Division a long time ago, says Ron DeAndre. I see you, brother. No, I definitely have spoken to a lot of people as well. Of course, the division is getting better and better. They've got some great women out there. But I also know a lot of people that have the same opinion as you do. Some promoters out there, they have the same opinion as you do, brother. Yeah, a lot of those people. And also, not so surprisingly, some of the ladies that they actually signed to the to the promotion, when they were signed, they only had 6 months of experience as a wrestler, and that includes training as well, not just wrestling on the indies or whatnot. That includes training. So they signed one of the wrestlers. I'm not gonna name who. Her name starts with a P, by the way. All right. So that wrestler, according to one of the promoters that I was speaking to, that guy told me that the lady only had a month of training under her belt when AEW signed her. So they did sign some of the stars in the early days, without any training or experience, which is why the women's division did not shine at first. Right now it's shining. Of course, the division is jam-packed. It's star-studded. You've got Saraya, you've got Britt Baker, you've got Jimmy Hayter, you've got, of course, Athena. You've got a lot of big stars now, so of course it's shining. But in the starting days of AEW, it wasn't that great because of some of the decisions that they made. Yeah. Once again, in the early days of AEW, Tony Khan was quite influenced by the friends, right? By what he was told by the guys. He was quite influenced by those people, and his judgment was influenced by what they said to him. So that has now changed. He's a businessman now, and he's making his own calls, which is great. Yeah, I think Blade and Bunny need to turn but wow. Okay, true, that's something. I think she just had her child. Su Yung needs to return. I agree, Andy. She does. She really does. Su Yung is such a character. There's nobody else that can replace Su Yung. Nobody. No one. AEW should build women's division around Sky. Sky Blue is tremendous talent. Very charismatic. Quite loved by the fans. Quite loved by the promoters. She's easy on the eyes. Sky Blue will be a star. You know what? Maybe a bigger star than Cora Jade, because Sky Blue checks all the boxes, literally. She's got the personality, she's got the looks, she's got the in-ring skills. Sky Blue is a tremendous talent, one that AEW or any promotion cannot sleep on. I mean, wow. Sky Blue is incredible, Andy. I agree, absolutely. AEW's women's division way better and more talented than WWE will ever be. They definitely are getting out there right now. Sure, yeah. Madison Rayne is a yes, that's right. Impact Wrestling's Madison Rayne. She left Impact to go to AEW. She's a trainer. She's a head coach. Also, she wrestles on there, so good for her. Quite a promotion. And here we are, Dominic Mysterio looking to superplex AJ Styles of the top turnbuckle. And Brock versus Bobby, OC versus Judgment Day, and Logan versus Roman. Not a bad match card, but we have to see first, just because the card. That's right. You're right, Kenneth. You're right. Goldberg versus Taker was a mess. Should have never happened, really. I feel bad that Shawn Michaels returned, I liked it the way it was, even though I'm a big Shawn Michaels fan. I liked the way how he was true to his words, and his retirement meant retirement. When he said it was career versus streak, he actually gave up his career. But he came back for the money in Saudi Arabia. Did not appreciate that. Probably should have never happened. That match was very forgettable. Nothing memorable about that match, and I hate the fact that turned out to be the last match of Shawn Michaels. I'd like to forget it. Anyways, here we are, Dominic Mysterio dominating. Dominic is dominating. Do you see that? Alright. And he goes after AJ Styles, clothesline right there to Styles. Styles falls down to his knees here. My girl Sky, that's right, James, she's awesome. With Madison Rayne guidance, she will go far. Absolutely, Andy, without a doubt, brother. Yeah, the division is definitely prospering right now. Sky Blue, if you guys haven't checked her out, you must do it. She is definitely gonna be a big star in the industry. Really is. Okay. Wow, Dominic, I like that hair. Nice. He probably should stop gelling his hair up, because like that, when his hair get fluffy and whatnot, definitely a lot better. And there you see it. Viva la Raza, Dominic. All right. Showing off. I wanted Shawn versus... I know, right? Lots of people wanted Styles versus Shawn Michaels. Never happened. Instead, we got, you know, that match that we got in Saudi Arabia with Shawn Michaels. So, yeah, that should not be his last match. But that doesn't mean that I want him to wrestle at the age of 70, quite like Ric Flair. That shouldn't happen either. Madison Rayne will be forever the Queen Bee. You know it, Andy. You know it. That's right. And also, seems like the main event for the night tonight is Matt Riddle versus Seth Rollins. Seems like this match is the main event. So that's quite interesting. And AJ Styles now with those elbow strikes to Dominic. Dominic in trouble. AJ Styles sends him to the corner. Dominic gets away. Styles goes headfirst into the turnbuckle. Boot to the face of Dominic Mysterio. And a clothesline from hell. Dominic goes down hard. Once again, another clothesline from Styles to Dominic Mysterio. Gets him down just like that. Oh, dear Lord. Wow. Dominic is seeing stars right now. We know it. Rhea Ripley, very much concerned. I'm looking at the fans sitting ringside. I'm not seeing people reacting. People are just sitting down. I don't see an incredible reaction here. I don't see people popping, you know. I see nothing. So that's that. Wow.
DDT Styles a step ahead.
Sure. I see this comment here from Andy asking if I can interview Mandy Leone. Absolutely, brother. I was just checking out her current contract, if she's under contract with anybody. Doesn't look like she is. I don't know why. I've got a feeling like I've had an interaction with Mandy before. I definitely feel like it. Like, that name sounds very familiar to me. Let me see if I've actually had an interaction with her before, because it definitely looks like it. Let's see. Oh, well. But definitely, Andy, I'll check out. We'll definitely try to have her on the show. Thanks for that, brother. Thanks for that. Alright, makes it to the ropes right there. The match continues. Love that. Alright, let's see. Wow. And the Judgment Day boys now pulling Dominic Mysterio to safety to the ringside. Let's see what else do we have here. Chua says, I think AEW should bring back Josh Matthews for commentary. Josh Matthews is one talented guy. I love Josh Matthews too. Such a vibe. Reminds me of the good days as well. And Seth should have a match at Crown Jewel because it's time for the mid-card titles to be at a pay-per-view. I agree. I can. It absolutely is. And you've got to, really give, the big thumbs up to Gunther for putting the mid-card title on the pay-per-view. Intercontinental title was defended on a pay-per-view after 2 long years for the first time ever, after 2 years, because of Gunther. And by the way, Dominic Mysterio pulls a number on AJ Styles, rolls him up for the cover, 1, 2, and 3, and Dominic with the victory. And I can see everybody, all the Judgment Day guys, they're happy, they're celebrating, they're smiling, but everybody's sitting ringside. I'm talking about the fans right now. The fans are just quiet. I mean, I'm seeing nobody, getting up to their feet, making any noise. I don't see any of that. People are just not going crazy for the show, and for the right reasons. It's not a good show. It's just average. Gary says Dominic Mysterio couldn't headline a house show. You know it, brother. And the fact that he's here kicking on the last hour of the show is absurd. And also, defeating AJ Styles is absurd. Frankie looked good tonight on Dark. They even announced he was Impact X. That's awesome. That's great. And you gotta give a lot of credit to AEW for really kicking open the forbidden door. They were the ones who did it, right? Just like I said earlier, guys. The interviews that I did with Impact Wrestling before AEW really went big and started doing this whole forbidden door stuff, you know, Impact was also quite stern. You know, they would have these guidelines that you cannot talk about the WWE, you cannot talk about Brock Lesnar, you cannot talk about John Cena. Back in the day, it was, I believe, it was 2020 when I did the interview. They also told me very clearly you cannot talk about, you know, the whole stuff that's going on in the world right now. So they were very tight on the stuff that you can talk about or not. Now that AEW has come about, you know, they've got all these companies working together. It really has opened a lot of doors for these wrestlers, for the promoters, for the fans. It's great.
Him, he who shall not be named, Dexter, his name is Dexter, will be banned forever. Okay.
Are you kidding me right now? Okay.
Oh, and after with him,
I'm coming after you.
I've got a score to settle with you.
Alright, so it seems like Miz is now treating Dexter Lumis as Voldemort. Lord Voldemort, that is, I guess. You know, in terms of Harry Potter. But wow, Miz says, he who shall not be named. That is Dexter. So, they're going to be fighting. It's going to be Miz versus Dexter Lumis. Hopefully up next, we shall see. These fans are sleeping. WWE's only wanting everyone to think they're awake. Yeah, right, Andy. It's just, maybe this match will get... Wait a second. Okay, so we're oh my, I did not see... Okay, I had no idea that this was a stipulation. Apparently, Dexter Lumis does not even have a WWE contract. So what, are we treating him like a free agent? Like an NWA star? Why does he not have a contract already? Okay, so if he wins tonight, he gets a contract, which I believe he's going to win because he needs that contract, right? So, alright. 2 out of 10 says Tony. I agree. Totally agree with you, brother. Absolutely. It would be nice if MJF cashed in tomorrow. I would, you know, Run DMG, brother, I would not be surprised if something like that happens because, you know, yeah, they want to defeat NXT. They want to do it. They probably will do it, brother. That's right. And Andy says, I think that's going to be happening tomorrow. That's right. Asia turned into a jobber. He really did, James. You're right. Definitely. And let's see, what else do we have here? I think these fans are sleeping. That's right. I see why Triple H is absent. Yeah. All right. Yes. I guess this is the reason why he's absent. Or maybe all of this is happening because he is absent. Probably. Right. Anyways, let's see what else do we have here. This Raw really started good, but slowing down. I told you, I got this feeling the second hour itself, it just felt like a slow show. The fact that Baron Corbin had the longest match of the night so far is ridiculous. And that too, the match against Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler should not be having matches like these in 2022. It's not going to work out. It did not do anything for me back in 2015. It's not doing anything for me in 2022 either. Dolph Ziggler is a great wrestler, but he's always going to be a C+ wrestler. He's never going to be a star. And that's that. Yeah. The whole thing made no sense. Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler made no sense to me at all. Absolutely not. That's right, it's 2 tonight, says Andy. And I feel like 2 is generous, guys. I'm going to give it a 1 right now. Raw needs Cody. Yeah, apparently Cody Rhodes, all the dirt sheets were saying, he's coming back. He's coming back day 1 pay-per-view. It's going to be Cody Rhodes' return. Day 1 gets canceled, which I feel like probably means is that Cody will be here at the Royal Rumble. The good thing is that he is recovering well. His recovery is going pretty good. They're expecting him to be back sooner than, they had initially thought, So that's great. Good news for Cody. AEW leading the future of wrestling. You're right, brother. Tony Khan cannot lead future in wrestling, says Ron Dieter. You're also right, brother. I love the debate. I love that. All right. So, anyways, have you guys checked out my interview with Hammerstone? Check it out if you haven't already. Hammerstone is quite an interesting star. Quite a personality out there. Has really made a name for himself in MLW, PCW Ultra Champion. Hammerstone is quite interesting, and he wants a match against Brock Lesnar. People look at him, the first thing that they notice is how much he looks like Brock Lesnar, and he wants a match against him, so I think it should happen. The guy is definitely a beast. Day 1 would have had to compete with college footballs, right? And they don't want to do that, especially Day 1 itself, New Year's Eve, people, have other plans. They want to do other stuff. Also, I'm pretty sure the wrestlers also wanted a day off for Day 1. So, yeah, that's that. All right. And here we are. So many commercials, I tell you. All right, so what we're going to be getting now, we get back from commercial, we're going to get Miz versus Dexter Lumis. And we're going to go back to commercial. And then we're going to get the main event, that is Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle. I cannot believe that Matt Riddle is once again the main event. As you know, not a fan of Riddle. Have never been a fan of Riddle. So, I hate the fact that he's main eventing Raw tonight.
आप सबका स्वागत है। To say the beginning of Monday Night Raw tonight was chaotic and unexpected is a massive moment.
Alright, once again, they're going to show us a replay from how the show kicked off with Brock Lesnar coming out here and attacking Bobby Lashley. Of course, these two are going to be colliding at Crown Jewel in just about 2 weeks from now, so that's going to be good. That's going to be great. Yep. Alright, let's see what else do we have here. Well, it's just about college football. College football really been costing WWE, right? First they got Pat McAfee from the WWE, and now possibly day one, so that's interesting. That's right. Okay, let's see what else do we have here. This is confusing. Triple H made really good Raws lately, but this show is the weakest Raw of Triple H era. And I don't know if it's the fact that Triple H is not here backstage tonight. I don't know if it's the fact that Triple H is, is not well, is home tonight, that this Raw is weak. I don't think it's necessarily that myself. I'm pretty sure that's what most of the people will say on social media, that it's because Triple H is not here that the show was weak. I don't think that could be the reason, because, the shows are usually planned ahead of time, and Triple H must have been on it with the planning. But I do agree it's a weak show. It's not really a good show. I have to give it a 2 out of 10 or a 1 out of 10 myself. I'm not enjoying it. It's just not great. Yeah. Right, let's see what else do we have here. I've never been a fan of Riddle as well. My brother Andy, give me a high five. I love that. Not a fan of Riddle at all. And you know what, James? Thank you for that. James says, nice entrance. So this guy, they're trying to tell us that this guy gets his own custom Tron, he gets his own music, graphics, everything, before even getting a WWE contract. Way to go. Keeping kayfabe alive. And Miz attacks him from behind with a steel chair to the back, getting him down and out. Alright, nice. Wow. Skull-crushing finale on the steel chair once again, right there on the ramp. Randy says, I was surprised Riddle main eventing house shows, and I thought that the push of Riddle would probably stop when Triple H takes over, but apparently still hasn't. Still, we've got that Riddle problem going on, apparently. And Miz doesn't want to fight, so what if he can't compete? He's gonna make it so that Dexter cannot complete. Miz headed to the back here. Dexter's gotta get him. He's not gonna no-sell it, that's for sure. He's no-selling it.
For Miz's sake, Miz's entire family's sake, they're able to get some sleep tonight.
Come on. Actually, he's selling it. We're not getting that match. Are you kidding me right now? So we're not getting the match. So they're probably going to push it until Crown Jewel. Alright, guys. Okay. I thought we were going to have one good part in the entire show tonight. That was going to be Miz versus Dexter. But apparently, we're not even getting that. So, interesting. That's right, Laxby. That is interesting. Do you think Triple H is going to be on SmackDown? I don't think so. With the illness that he's dealing with right now, it takes at least a week, right? So, to resolve, I don't think he's going to be there. Even if it resolves before a week, the guy will not show up because he's going to get heat for that. So, he's going to be gone for a bit. At least for a week from now. Saxon, stop trying to touch Dakota's butt. Oh my gosh, James! I don't think that's what he tries to do, brother. I don't think that's what he's trying to do, but okay. Oh, wow. Nice. James always looking out for Dakota Kai and the girls. That is good. Love that, Andy. Love the high five. Thank you. Thank you, Gary. Thanks, Andy.
Yeah. I hope that Raquel and Shotzi were watching very closely tonight, because they don't stand a chance against Io and Dakota this Friday night on SmackDown. And as for me, well, I'm over what Bianca pulled tonight. And I'm over what happened at Extreme Rules, because she did not pin me. I'm not going to let her off that easy. Bianca, next week, I'm going to show you what it's like when I'm back in control.
All right, seems like Bayley is going to be fighting Bianca Belair next week. That's right. It is going to be. Is it going to be for the title? It's not. It's a non-title match. All right, Bianca Belair, Bayley is going to be happening next week. Hopefully, next week's show is going to be better than this one. And from the looks of it, it already. Wait a second, oh my gosh, I forgot. We've got Elias coming back tonight. How could I forget? Yeah, the guy is indeed returning tonight. And it's happening up next, which means we're going back to commercial, damn it. Alright. Now, Elias apparently was gone because WWE wanted him to grow back his beard, which only makes sense, right? You cannot wrestle with a fake beard. Warriors don't have fake beards, let's just admit that. So he had to go back there and grow his beard, but I've got to really applaud him for growing back a beard so quickly. He must have used some kind of a magical beard oil that grew his beard back so quickly. It's only been like, what, a month and a half since he's been gone, and to grow his beard back so quickly, wow, that must have taken some very incredible oil, some beard oil, something like that. Tomorrow night's going to be crazy for me. Listen to you doing both shows while I'm watching my oh my gosh, Andy. It's gonna be a sporty night tomorrow. I like that. Okay, we're gonna have fun watching AEW, watching of course NXT, and you watching Yankees. So Andy, let's do this. You keep us up to date with the Yankee score, and of course we're gonna be here talking about wrestling. Thanks for that. You're awesome. Should be hair match. Wait a second. A hair versus hair match. James, now that is what would get people talking, right? I don't even remember if I've ever seen a hair versus hair match when it comes to women. I've never seen it. So, a hair versus hair match. Let's say, who's got the most gorgeous hair? Of course, Bianca Belair versus, I don't even know right now on the roster. Bayley, Charlotte Flair, you know, Raquel Rodriguez, hair versus hair. Gosh, that makes me itch already. That would be something. That would bring a lot of attention to WWE if they ever decide to do a hair versus hair women's smash. That would be crazy. Yeah, Asia next week, Monday night is Charlotte. That's right. It'll be nice. Thank you for that, Brother Randy. I used to look like Elias before I got old, says Gary. Wow, you are one handsome man, Gary. But you're not old, I can tell you what. You're not old, brother. You're awesome. You're amazing. So, and you know what they say? Old is gold. So, I say it all the time. To anybody who tells me I'm old, they're old. I say, you're not old. You're just wiser, better, mature. That's what you are. Yeah. And I'll tell you, every time I look into the mirror these days, there's one gray hair that I spot. And every time I see it, I'm like, come on. So, yeah, that's quite funny. But, you know, it's fun. It's all part of life. It's aging is a part of life, and it's fun. Let's just have fun with it. Molly Holly had a hair match back in the day. I see, Andy. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Kevin Owens and Johnny Gargano will destroy Elias. Wow. That'll be... Okay, I don't know if that's going to be happening, true, because if they do that, they are instantly heels, right? And I don't know if they want to be heels, because Elias is going to come back as a face. He's coming back after a while. He's going to be, you know, I think acknowledging or not acknowledging Ezekiel, talking to the fans, having a good time with them, singing along with them, hopefully bringing them back to life, you know, getting them back up from their sleep. Hopefully he's going to wake everybody up. So for Kevin Owens and Gargano to attack Elias, they'd have to be heels. I don't think they're going to be heels, so probably somebody else. If old is gold, don't try cashing it in. That is funny. That's right. Oh, wow. Wait a second. Enter. What is that? If you dare. Oh, come on. That is a commercial for Halloween Havoc. I thought that was a Bray Wyatt stuff. Okay. Every time I see a door like that, I think it's Bray Wyatt. Okay, that was a Halloween Havoc commercial. Got played right there. Oh, wait a second. I should not have... Oh, my. I did not mean to do that. Sorry about that. All right. And Gary says, Angie, AJ, do you remember CM Punk cutting off Serena D? Oh, my. I do. The Straight Edge Society, right? When she pledged the Straight Edge Society, became a part of it. I remember that very well. I do. That was crazy. CM Punk, Luke Gallows, Serena. That was so 2010, right? 2010 was the year when it happened.
Is that
Crazy.
he's not getting a WWE contract anytime soon.
Good
I feel
times.
bad for you. What's the worst that can happen if you tell the truth, right? You get canceled. You lose your house. You're living on the street. Me and Candace take over Ms. and Mrs. That's the rest of
Oh my gosh, he's really going out there. So Gargano says, what's the worst that can happen, right? You lose your job, you live in the streets. Me and Candace take over Miz and Maurice. That is so funny. Gargano is a funny guy.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Wow.
making his long-awaited return.
Finally,
to Monday
it's happening. Elias is back. Weenum, welcome back. Welcome. Good to see you.
WWE history.
Love that. And Ricky says, if Yankees game takes long, Dynamite start late. I see. All right, brother. We'll see how this goes down. But here we are with Elias. He looks a lot like Ezekiel, I have to tell you that. The beard's back, but it's not, very long, so he still looks much like Ezekiel.
As you may or may not know, my younger brother's career was tragically cut short.
I'm glad it was. Yeah.
But that's the reason I am here tonight. We have a saying in our family. It's that the show must go on.
All right, is Elias.
And so I have one question for
Wow.
everybody here tonight.
So he's got not just a guitar, he's got two guitars, and he's got keyboard right there in his position. So this is gonna be a whole new revamped Elias concert. Not just one guitar, two guitars, and a keyboard. That's sweet.
Yeah, I'd start playing a song on the guitar, do that, but I wanted to do something special for Oklahoma City tonight. So I've written a song, this one.
Rick Books needs to ditch the guitar when he comes back because Elias is back and he's got the guitars. Rick Books will need something else. Him and guitars not gonna work out anymore. That's right, where is Elvis? That's right. And Serena Deeb grow hair back. She did. She's fantastic. Boomer Sooner, says Tony. Did you call me Boomer, Tony? Is that what you call? Wait a second. What the hell? Wow. Matt Riddle somehow finds a way to ruin the one segment that I was kind of looking forward to. You've got to be kidding me. I've been not looking forward to the main event because Matt Riddle isn't it. So the one segment that I thought, okay, maybe this one's going to save the show, Riddle comes out and somehow finds a way to make it worse. Let's see. WWE stands for Walk with Elias. That's right, Ricky, but let's see what does Riddle have in store for us.
Ask for.
And he's got a bongo in his hand. That's a bongo. I grew up learning bongo, guys. When I was a kid, when I was in first grade, I used to play bongo. Yeah, that was the first musical instrument that I ever played. Got a question for you guys. Which musical instrument can you guys play? Let me know.
Coming up. But dude, I want to tell you, I'm a huge Elias fan, bro. You freaking rock, bro. Yeah, and when Zeke was around, dude, I would get so zeked up, bro. It was crazy, bro. Yeah, hey, you got my bongos. You want to hit my bong?
Come on.
Not really my thing, but it's great. Okay. I know. And everybody in the WWE universe knows that there's one truth. And then that WWE means, walk with Elias.
Oh my gosh. Alright. Okay. So this guy basically, he's here to hype Elias up, to get him over with the fans, to wake the fans up right now, because trust me, the fans are sleeping. Even Elias couldn't wake him up himself. He needs some help here from Riddle. Terrible show, really terrible show. Guitar and drums, I like that, Andy. That's sweet. That is sweet. Ricky here with the guitar. I used to write my own music. Says, wow, so talented you guys are. I think it's gonna end with this in a sour note. I think so too. Probably should. This Elias is way too nice to be Elias. He's smiling. He's happy. He's just too sophisticated and sweet to be Elias. That's right. Ezekiel is Elias. Apparently he is, brother. Alright, I think Riddle has started to get on his nerves. Elias says, why don't you take a seat? I'm gonna have a concert here. But Riddle, I don't know what he has to do.
I promise you, right now, in front of the entire world, one day, me and you will play together.
Wow.
Do the best, bro. All right, thanks. Thank you. I'll take my seat. Hey, and if you need anything, bro, anything, I'm right here. Don't hesitate. Thank you. Thank you.
Doesn't Riddle have a title match coming up soon? He should end this quickly. Oh, come on. Alright, fine. This whole thing is crap. Have they not planned anything for Elias at all that they have to use these two guys to get this segment going? Come on. To me, it shows that they really did not have anything planned for Elias, which is why they had these two come out here interrupting this segment and really making his return less than anything. It's nothing. It's nothing. Sour note in 3, 2, and 1. That's right, brother. And speaking of sour note, out comes the very sour Rollins. What road Riddle? That's right. That's right, Ricky. What would he even do? Thank you, Seth, says Ricky. Matt Riddle should attack Elias. Well, apparently... Oh, you've got to be kidding me, guys. See, alright, this is exactly what this whole thing shows. Elias came out here, he returned, but it seems like... Oh my gosh. Alright, this shows that the show is crap, right? Elias comes back, he makes his return, he's got the Elias concert coming on, Matt Riddle interrupts him quite rudely, he's okay, he's patient. Seth Rollins interrupts him very rudely, and now we are going to commercial, and when we get back from commercial, Elias is gonna be gone, and we're gonna be starting off with our main event, that is Riddle versus Rollins. This is the weirdest transition ever from a segment to a match, because Elias came back after so much hype for a segment where he's celebrating his return with the fans. This is something that fans have been waiting for because they haven't heard from Elias in quite a while because his brother was around and Elias wasn't. So Elias finally has his moment where he is just getting in here, starting the concert. Riddle interrupts him, Rollins interrupts him, and what is he gonna do about it? He's gonna head to the back during the commercial, and the show is gonna proceed with the main event. What does this show about Elias's booking? What does this show about his character? Nothing. He came back today, just for the ratings, he came back today. That's because they wanted to fool in the fans, let them know that Elias is back. He doesn't have his beard back. I don't know if he's got his personality back. And he sure doesn't, and as hell, doesn't have his TV time back. I don't think they have any plans for him right now. That's why he was booked in the way that he was booked tonight. Terrible way, really. Terrible way to make his return. And I'm looking at both Baron Corbin and Elias right now. I thought Baron Corbin's return was terrible. Elias was way more than terrible. That was a slap in the face to Elias. That's right. It's terrible. It's terrible. The way Rollins interrupted him and we went to commercial, is Elias not going to do anything about it? Is he not going to beat the crap out of this guy for interrupting him? Weird. Seriously weird. Seth is not a fan. That's right. And Road Dogg also not a fan, just like Andy says, brother. You're right. That's right, Tony. What the hell indeed. That made no sense at all. Please get well soon, Trips. Right, Tony. We need you, Trips. We need you, right? We need you. And that's right, MG and Rollins comes out here, and the concert is over. I wish Elias would beat the snake. Exactly. That's what you'd expect somebody to do when they rudely interrupt you during your return, during your concert. But no, we're gonna go to commercial, we're gonna come back from commercial, and we're gonna pretend like this whole thing never even happened. Are we so stupid? That was the worst transition ever I've seen in quite some time. I've never seen a worse transition than that. If Elias is not around, not ringside when we come back from commercial, I'm gonna be very upset. Elias should be there ringside in Riddle's corner and cost Rollins the match. If that doesn't happen, I'm gonna be very upset. Very upset. And let's see what else do we have here. Stephanie McMahon with the massive face. I know, right? She's got to be having that face palm for sure. And Nick Khan must be happy because he's getting a lot of commercials tonight, so he must be happy. I give Raw rating a -1. Indeed, brother. Indeed. Set to win, says Ricky. Tony gives a -10, -2 out of 10. It's justified. Elias all downhill since Walk with Road 4 years ago. Walk with Elias. That's true. True. Maybe the Drifter was better than Walk with the Last Guy. -7 says Choose. There you go. I would rather walk with Nikki. I would walk with Nikita. I would do, a lot of stuff. I mean, walking, talking, running, jogging, whatever you say it. Why not? Why not? And there you see it. I just mentioned that I thought Baron Corbin had a bad return. Talk about Elias' return now. And both of them are actually scheduled to be on the Raw Talk after the show. Both of them returned tonight, had terrible returns, and they're going to be uniting on Raw Talk. All right, and we're back from commercial. Actually, Elias is there ringside. Good stuff. Good stuff. So hopefully, he will cost Rollins the match. Let's see. Okay, thank you for that. MG says, nice gaming chair. Thank you, brother. I really needed something like that, because I was sitting right here at the computer for long hours. I needed something comfortable, so I got this one. Pretty cool. Thank you for that, brother. Thank you. This show makes no sense. You're right, MG. It's just a show which they have somehow pulled off without Triple H. And it's terrible. I walk with Nikita anytime, Andy says, I'll walk with Nikita anytime, anywhere. Yep, Nick Khan loves commercials, says Tony. That's right. Next Monday Raw, Bayley versus Bianca should be for the Raw Women's. I know, but it's not. It's not. I see Dynamite starting late Tuesday. What time is it? What time do you think it will start, Ricky? I'm betting on Rollins, says Tony. Yeah, he's got to retain. Rollins will retain for sure. After Seth versus Matt Riddle, I think Seth versus Mustafa Ali at Crown Jewel. It makes sense for it to happen, indeed, brother. Is that Ricky and Martin character you got? That's right, MG. That is Ricky and Martin. Yes, you're right. Absolutely. And thanks for that, Andy. Thank you for that. Yep. Same time. It's great. And here we are, U.S. Championship match. Rollins versus Riddle. Let's go. And by the way, are we not missing King Tones here tonight? King Tones, wherever you are, we miss you. Okay. And here we are, armbar locked in from Riddle, and Rollins trying to make it to the ropes. There you go, rope break right there from Seth Rollins. And he rolls down to the ringside. That's right. MG says, I'm going with Rollins. Rollins Jericho better than Rock with Rollins. Yeah, without a doubt, brother. Without a doubt, Tony, you're right. And what some confrontation between Elias and Rollins. I have to say, Elias with the short beard is just not good enough. Yeah, he looked a lot better with his beard long and nice. By the way, I have a friend who is a big Elias mark, right? She loves Elias. And so much so that she actually, goes to some great extent to stalk him, almost, right? Because she's such a big fan. She loves Elias. And, this is a conversation we had about 2 years ago or so when she told me that she basically was checking on his social media and his Instagram, and she found out some very interesting lady that he was dating about 2 years ago when he was injured. So, yeah, it's interesting. Quite an interesting lady indeed. Alright, but to each their own. Let's see what else do we have here. Where's True? I know, where's True? True probably is done with the show tonight as well. It's just a bad show. I don't blame anybody for cheating out because it's just not a good show. And here we are ringside. I think the best part about this main event tonight is that this is the main event. This is the last match of the night, and we will not have to sit through any more of this crap anymore tonight. So that is probably the best part of this main event. Oh dear. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be watching, honestly. You guys are awesome. And here we are, Seth Rollins with a counter. Nice punch to the back of the head of Riddle. Riddle goes down to the mat. Rollins with those kicks to Matt Riddle. We got 15 more minutes left before the show's got to be over. Just 15 more minutes. And Rollins sends Riddle with an Irish whip right there to the corner. Riddle goes down hard. Are we going to commercial now? Probably are. You should, MG. You should. Because this Raw has definitely left a sour taste in everybody's mouth. So, yeah, watching an old show from 2005, 2006, hell, even 2010, they used to be great. Yeah. Probably gonna be a DQ, James, you're right. Yeah. Imagine if we get like a fatal four-way at Crown Jewel. Riddle, Rollins, Elias, and they put Mustafa Ali in there as well. Fatal four-way for the US title at Crown Jewel. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. And there you go, going for the cover on Riddle, and Riddle kicks out. I call her run-in, says MG, and I like that. Okay. Okay. You know, how about Riddle and Mustafa? This is the weirdest thing ever, alright? I just cooked this in my head. Riddle and Ali versus Seth Rollins and Elias. That will be something. And there you go, Seth Rollins now playing with the nose of Riddle, just stretching his nose up, giving him a hard time. And Riddle now with the counter. Let's see. Only reason I was still watching it here is because of you, AJ. Thank you for that, my brother Andy. Thank you for all the love. You're awesome. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy that I'm back on here and we all watch the shows together as a family. You guys are awesome. I've enjoyed Monday Night Raw tonight. The only downside was Dominic Mysterio beating Styles. That's great, Jake. That is awesome that you've been enjoying the show, my brother. And there you see it right there. I think Monday Night Football have more people watching Monday Night Raw. I'm pretty sure about that. Yeah, football definitely has a lot of people, a lot of viewers. I wish Riddle didn't smoke pot. I know, right, MG? I wish so too. Straight edge, the lifestyle of straight edge is like a lifestyle like no other. It's the best lifestyle. Yeah. Only if Riddle knew better. Once I went to the doctor, by the way, guys. I went to the doctor. The doctor asked me, this was one of the Mount Sinai hospitals in New York. The doctor sat down with me and he asked me, AJ, do you drink? Do you smoke? Anything? I said, doctor, I'm straight edge. And he said, what's that? I said, I'm straight edge. He said, what is that? What does that mean? And I really wanted to tell him that straight edge means that I'm better than you. But of course, I could not pull a CM Punk on the doctor. That's why I had to settle and tell him that straight edge means I don't drink, I don't smoke. But you have no idea, guys. The urge that I had at that moment to tell him that straight edge means that I'm better than you was incredibly high. I really wanted to do that. I wish I would have done that, but did not. I know, right? Really wanted to teach him a lesson and let him know what straight edge is all about. One day I'm gonna do that. One day I'm gonna tell somebody I'm straight edge, and when they ask me what does that mean, I'm gonna pull a promo on them. That's right. Andy says that's what I'm watching. I like that, brother Andy. That's beautiful. Good job. Football definitely has a lot of attention, lots of eyes watching the show at the moment. So, and just like I believe, was it Jake or somebody who mentioned early on that day one probably got cancelled because of football, apparently. So that's that. That's right. Elias is from Pittsburgh. That's right, Chua. You're right. So far, I guess we all agree on the rating for the show. I'm giving tonight's show a solid 1.5 out of 10. And that's being generous. And this is probably the lowest that I've ever rated a Raw. Ever. I think the lowest that I've ever gone so far is a 4. Never touched the 2 and 1 territory. But with tonight's show, I'm giving it a solid 1.5. Yes, Monday Night Football regularly has 5 to 10 times more views. That's right, brother. Yeah. I give this row 4, says MG. Nice and generous, brother. Very generous. I like that. I'm getting a commercial for Indian Idol right now. Indian Idol, man, I used to love watching these singing competitions. You know, back in the early 2000s, they used to be funny. They used to be nice and entertaining. Nowadays, there's a whole lot of drama and less singing. But in the early days of these idol competitions, you know, American Idol, you know, America's Got Talent, Britain's Got Talent, these competitions used to be fun. Even now, I feel like America's Got Talent and Britain's Got Talent's not too bad. But the Idol and the singing and the X Factor, the voice, they don't do it for me anymore. -2, -2 here from Andy. I like that, brother Andy. I like it. Yeah, and that's being generous too, I'm sure about that. AJ, you are being way too nice with that rating. Really? I know, James, I know. 1.5 is... It's been a terrible show. Yeah. I say it as it is, guys. If I don't like an AEW show, or NXT, or, you know, or a Triple Mania, I'll say it. If I like it, I'll say it. But I have to say tonight's Raw. It's just not good. It's a back at 2 out of 10 at the moment. That's right, Tony. It's just not good. I don't know what they're gonna be able to do it, in the final 10 minutes of the show, if they're gonna pull a miracle. But so far, not feeling it. I used to watch The Voice the only first few years. American Idol the first few years was so good, right? I remember Simon Cowell was there. You had some good judges over there in the first few seasons of American Idol. Yeah. I feel it was the whole vibe, right? I don't know. I feel like ever since the television, I'm not talking about wrestling, but the television, ever since it went HD, the programming went down. Before HD, when the times were simpler, pre-social media, TV used to be better. That's what I feel. Negative 6.9, and that's being very nice. I like how even in negative, you found something positive. You found that beautiful number of 6.9. I like that, James. I see what you're doing there. Okay, good. All right. Okay, and here we are one more time. Seth Rollins just with those kicks to Matt Riddle in a tough position at the moment. Seth Rollins with those kicks in. Main event isn't bad though, guys. Come on, says MG. And MG says, come on, give these guys a break. It's not bad. I know, MG. I'm probably being a bit too sour right now. And here we are now with some... Alright. Finally, Kevin Patrick gets some TV time. Even though for a few seconds he gets some TV time. Good for him. Some interaction between Elias and Kevin Patrick in the ringside. AJ, your show is through the roof all the time. My brother Andy, you guys make it happen. I cannot do it without you. I just cannot. There you go. Raw is boring, says Choa. Alright, Bailey needs to be on Raw Women's Division Champion instead of Bianca Belair, says Chris. I love that. You know what I missed on Twitch? It was the Bailey Talks. I'm glad we're back for the Bailey Talks. Alright, Riddle looking to put this to an end. Going for a moonsault here off the top turnbuckle on Riddle. Oh, wow. Nice. And he agrees with Chris here. TV before subscription. Oh my gosh, brother. So MG, don't even get me started on the subscription model, brother. Television, gaming, everything before the whole subscription model was so good. Before the downloadable contents, before the DLCs. Remember PS2 actually existed and it was a very good console without internet. It was great. We did not need to connect to internet for every single damn game. Nowadays, I have a PS5. I cannot even start a game without it being connected to the internet. It's terrible. Yeah, those were the simpler times and the good times. Yeah, it probably makes me feel very old, but I'll say it. The good old times were great times, guys. And here you are once again. Seth Rollins going for the cover on Riddle. Riddle kick out. And Rollins, nice elbow strike right there to Riddle. Riddle in trouble. Rollins going for a back break. A neck breaker, I'm sorry. And there you go. Elbow strike. Riddle with a reversal. Knee strike to the head of Rollins. Rollins in trouble. Riddle gets Rollins up. He's going to go for a tombstone. Oh, wow. There you go. Putting him away right there. Going for the cover. And Elias is here cheering on Riddle as we see. Let's see. I agree, MG, says Andy, my brother. This show is definitely missing something, Papa Paul. That's right, Gary, without a doubt. It is missing Papa Paul. But you know what? Fear not. Because Papa Paul or not, we're going to be getting one of those Pauls this Friday night. We're going to be getting Logan Paul. Not sure about Papa Paul, but definitely Logan Paul is going to be there. So one of the Pauls is going to be there. It's great. All right, Venom, welcome. Can anybody please tell me why cable TV service won't provide me with Saturday's match? If I'm not wrong, I believe that's a Peacock exclusive in the US. If I'm not wrong, I think it's being carried by Peacock, which is why you probably don't have access to it on TV. But don't worry, guys. If you guys are not able to watch the shows on Saturday, or if you guys have trouble watching the shows, what we can do is we can stream the shows on Discord, for you guys, and you guys can watch it on Discord. But while we do the watch along right here, that is an option that we can do. There you go. Seth Rollins goes for a big neck breaker on Riddle, and one more time going for the cover now. My favorite era in pro wrestling for me, that was 80s. I was always around wrestlers. I love that, Andy. I love that. You're right, Angie. Yeah. Triple H is not immune to having bad shows. You're right. Yeah, Anthony, welcome back. Welcome. Good to see you. AJ, did you start posting on Patreon again? If not, you might be back. Someone... Really? Wait a second. No, I'm not... I'm not active on Patreon at all. No. What? Are you serious? I'm not posting on Patreon. That's crazy. That's scary. I'll have to look into it, James. Thanks for letting me know. James, if you can see any of the comment, if you can see anything that's been posted, let me know, because it's not me, definitely not me. Wow. Alright, as we see here, Rollins going on Riddle. I'll check it out, but, you know, that's what happens, guys. You know, people try to bring you down all the damn time. I've been through a lot of the haters, a lot of the stuff, so I'm immune to it now. So people try to bring you down, but nothing is gonna bring us down, that's for sure. Alright, and Riddle, once again, Rollins is in trouble. Riddle holds him up tight here. And it's gonna be on Peacock. Thanks for that, Andy. So we can stream it on Discord for sure. No problem. The Monday Night Football fans are loud, and the WWE fans are so quiet. I mean, you don't even have to turn up the volume. Just look at the fans sitting ringside. Everybody is quiet. I'm not seeing any reactions to any of the things. You see how Elias is standing there? He looks absolutely bored. That's exactly how the fans look. Everybody's quiet. I see nobody getting up. No signboards. Nobody waving. Nothing. There's zero reaction from the crowd. That is such a clear signal. I mean, look at the crowd right now. Everybody is dead. It's terrible for a live show like Raw. It's terrible. Wow. This is absolutely terrible. And of course, Rollins super kicks Elias right there. Riddle looking to take advantage. Kick right there to Rollins now. Nice. I do hear the crickets, brother. I do hear the crickets loud and clear. You're right, MG. It's terrible. Tonight's show is just ridiculous. And I guess this is getting the biggest pop of the night, if it's getting any pop at all. It's a Riddle going for an RKO, a move we've seen over and over again. I'm so over it. I don't get the hype about Riddle going for RKOs now. I just don't. And there you go. Elias tried to get in there, was gonna go for it, was about to hit Rollins, but unintentionally distracts Riddle, and Rollins pins him successfully, retaining the title. This show was crap. Terrible show. The ending was terrible. Rollins now stomps Elias, welcoming him back on the show like that with the stomp. And yeah, I guess this is going to be fueling up this whole rivalry between Rollins and Elias moving forward. Good for Elias, I guess. Good for him. At least he's going to be in a bit of a program. And I wonder what ratings will be, says MG. That's right, let's see. For me, I'm still giving it, maybe, you know what, maybe after realizing that Elias will somehow be getting some, you know, some program moving forward, hopefully a long-term program, I give it a 2, because, you know, Elias, if he's going to be put back on the map, good for him. So I'm going to give it a 2. But the show overall, you know, just not a good show. So 2 out of 10 for me, does it. And that's right, Gary says, well, that sucks, 3 out of 10. Tony with a negative 4. And James, so am I, brother. So ready for AEW. It's going to be good. Also, it'll be interesting to see how NXT tries to fight back with the likes of AJ Styles, with the OC, of course, with Roxanne Perez and more. So that'll be interesting. And as you see here, Mustafa Ali comes out. This is all turning out the way I thought it would turn out, guys. Wow. So it's Seth Rollins against the world. Mustafa Ali, Elias, Riddle. It's Seth Rollins against the world right here. That's what's happening. Wow. Elias has not gotten up yet, but Ali is giving Rollins a very hard time, clotheslining him straight into the fans right there. Really, Andy? Okay. That is funny, alright. Thank God for Ali. That's right, Tony. Finally, something newsworthy, something good about the show. I think Ali was the best part of the show. Hands down, he was the best part of the show. I'm not going to count that Brock Lesnar Bobby Lashley segment, because that was a few minutes, right? 2 minutes or so. And that wasn't anything crazy. Ali was probably the most surprising and honestly the best part of the show. I feel like we were cheated on because, you know, they gave us some big hopes. You know, Elias's return. I had some big expectations. Of course, that went nowhere. You know, of course, they promised her some big things. None of that stuff really happened or did not turn out to be as big as I had hoped. Of course, Elias' return was one of those things. The Miz versus Dexter Lumis match was another one. Of course, I feel a bit cheated tonight. But hopefully tomorrow is going to be a better night in wrestling. AEW, NXT, it's going to be a war, and I'm in for it. We are in for it, that's for sure. That's right, thank God for Ali is the phrase of the night, Tony. I love that. My character reminds me of Horizon Zero Dawn main character. Have you played that game? Because I've checked it out. Seems like a pretty decent game, Emgene. Yeah. -2 Raw, says Andy. Great night. Have a good night, my brother James. Have a good night, brother. Take care. That's right, Andy. Everybody, have a good night. Sleep well. I want Jinder Mahal in AEW. Will be nice. Will be great. Absolutely. Jacob, welcome back. Welcome back. But hopefully, please be respectful. Thank you. Yes, I see you. Everybody is a family. So when, Jacob, with stuff like that, I just felt disappointed. Thank you. All right. Thank you once again, everybody. Thank you for being here. It was lovely watching the show with you, as always is. Thank you once again, and I'm going to see you tomorrow. Thank you, Andy. Everybody, have a good night. Sleep well. I'm going to be seeing you all tomorrow for another, hopefully, a better night of wrestling. AEW versus NXT tomorrow. It's going to be good. It's going to be great. Much love to everybody. Thank you so much for the love. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night, guys.